Round one. Round one. Fight! The whole thing!
Hey guys, welcome to part 3 of the long saga that is Tier Ranker Fights Best and Worst Movie Remakes. So I'm your host, Jordan. Final round for this episode. Final round episode because this is the final round. And
I am co-host Chris, a.k.a. Casablanca Kid, a.k.a. Chris Scott. I couldn't join you guys for the last one, but I'm glad to kind of wrap up this final round and sort out where everything lies.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I'm just joined by the 3 Chris's here. So I may end up just calling you by your last name just to sort it all out.
Or you can call me Casablanca Kid. That's fine.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. And then we also have Chris Engel. How's it going?
It's early.
Right.
Yeah.
Very early, yeah. I think all of us kind of like woke up last minute for this, so that's well, most of us, anyways. And then we have Chris Diaz. How's it going?
Doing good.
It's just a photo today.
Yeah, problem with the camera, but I am doing good. I had to chat 2 hours before work, but I decided to hop on before work, so here to have fun. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we're definitely happy to have you, and I'll let you know anytime you need to jump out if you do. There's no problem. So we're just glad to have you. And then also Casablanca Kid, Chris Scott. We can give a little intro, but how you doing?
Doing good, man. I'm glad to be part of this randomly. I got my coffee because there's no way this conversation would be cognitive without my coffee.
Right. Yep. And I kind of like we had a little discussion before we went live. I don't know if any of us actually watched the Super Bowl for more than the commercials. I mean, I don't know if anyone's
I didn't even watch the Super Bowl, and I really didn't even watch the commercials for that matter. Yeah. I watched Lego Batman with my wife. That movie's so much fun.
Nice.
Love that
fun alternative.
Yes.
Well, I'm thinking we're gonna just jump right into this. I'm gonna pull up our tier list. We still have a lot left. I don't think we're gonna get to all of them today. I can almost guarantee it. But the goal is to have a definitive top 10 and a definitive bottom 10, and then so we'll have that by the end of the show, most definitely. Let's bring this up. My computer is apparently really slow when it comes to screen sharing. I don't know why that is. Everything else it's fast, but so you can kind of see where we left off. So this is I'm just gonna do like a slow scroll through everything, so everyone can kind of get a little recap onto what's there and where it all lies.
What? God in 60 Seconds is ranked that low?
Yeah, you weren't on for that one.
Let's not start.
Yep. Yep. But then we have a lot of stuff left.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we do.
We still have the other Disney remake right there that we need to get rid of.
Yep. So
12 Monkeys is a pile of garbage.
Really? You don't like 12 Monkeys?
Period.
Oh,
Movie is so weird, dude. It's like a psychological, just like kiss my ass and waste my time.
being so early, and I'm sure we're going to trash so many. I want to start with something that I feel is an S tier in its own genre, and that's the Miracle on 34th Street remake.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
I'm a huge fan of this film. I feel this is one of my favorites that I will pop in every Christmas holiday. It's so charming, so lovely. Mara Wilson is adorable in this, and then Sir Richard Attenborough as Kris Kringle. He just has that charm. Now, my wife's a traditionalist, loves the original, and argues that she doesn't love this, and I'm like, you're cold and heartless, because it's beautiful. This film is an S rank tier, if anything, and I argue this is an S tier holiday movie. No questions asked. It's harmless. It's beautiful. It's well acted, and it's got those feels that you come to expect from holiday movies. But it's Miracle on 34th Street.
Right.
Yeah, I like this movie a lot. I would have put it in the S tier, but definitely would put it in the A tier. But I do like this remake.
I have to continue, Chris. You had a comment to that.
Yeah, it's bottom S tier. Don't get me wrong. Compared to these other films, it doesn't do a lot of innovativeness. It doesn't change the game. But where this works is the heart. Where this works is the Mara factor, and that was a thing. And that relationship and that chemistry between Mara Wilson and Richard Attenborough, it's just beautiful. Richard Attenborough was the perfect Kris Kringle for this. This film, to me, is an S tier holiday film all the way around.
It is, and I'm one of those people that also loves the original, and I'm usually a pretty strong traditionalist, but I love this movie. It really has everything you could want from a Christmas movie, and they don't ruin the other one. It really just sort of adds to it. Jordan, I never thought I'd almost like parlay your words out loud.
Right. Yeah.
But it's true. This movie is so good, and her as a little girl is perfect. And him as Santa Claus is it's magical. I think at the end of the day, yes, it definitely belongs in S tier. At the bottom of S tier, and that's where it should stay.
Well, for me, that's something that I always tell Chris. Chris is someone who's maybe had a little bit of an issue with a lot of remakes. He's an old soul. He likes a lot of the original movies and stuff. So I always tell him, well, you can have remakes, and remakes don't hurt the original. If you don't like the remake, you think it's crap, go back and watch the original and ignore the remake if you don't like it. You don't have to watch the remake, but it is there. If you do like it. For me, I would tend to put American 34th Street more as a B tier, just because I enjoy the original so much more. I watch the original every single Christmas, but I probably haven't watched this one in about 10 years, honestly. And I do like it a lot, but I mean, I think that I can't give it an S tier because I think the original is better. I like the original a little better, but I mean, that's no shot against the remake. I think the remake is great in its own right. I mean, I'd be okay even putting it like at an A tier. I could put it at the top of A and B, just fine with that. But I'm gonna just see what you guys
think. I wouldn't put it before Star is Born still.
Oh,
I don't like A Star is Born. That's just me.
I like A Star is Born. It's a really good movie.
But
definitely not the Dark Knight.
So it comes down to what movies surround this, I think.
Yes. So we're divided right now 50 and 50.
Yeah.
So we meet in the middle and put it in S tier.
That's why we said bottom of S tier, which we agree, which we're at a thin line here. We are. It really comes down to it.
Yep.
Okay. There may be some movies. Well, actually, definitely some movies that will surpass this for me that I already know are on the list. But I'd be all right with that. I could give it the bottom of S tier. Okay, we'll call it good there. But yeah, feel free to just shout out some movies if no one has anything in it within like 10 seconds or not. I might just grab from the top.
Can we get rid of some crappy ones?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Walking Tall. Walking Tall.
Oh, yeah, I know you're the one that actually kind of advocated to have that one on the list. We got Walking Tall.
I love those original movies. They're closer to the actual story. Mm-hmm. They're more violent. They're more true to what actually happens. That's just a vehicle for The Rock to smash someone's tailpipe or the window.
Yeah, and I saw this movie. one time when it was in theaters, and then I remember just minimal parts, but I do remember it being a lot of fun though.
So my dad was the one that introduced me to the original. He's like, you got to watch the originals, and they're so much better.
Where do you want to place it? Where do you think it should be?
So I think Walking Tall is a decent remake, but I don't think it really adds to it. I don't think it. I think it's too kiddish. The original story is pretty damn dark. I mean, they murder his whole family. Well, they murder his wife and daughter in cold blood to shut him up, basically, to run him out of town because the gang or they are running drugs out of the casino. So I don't think it's really a spoiler for anyone that's maybe this long, but I would say it's definitely in C tier for sure. I'd say it's not as strong as the original.
I'd say C tier. I'd be okay with that. Yeah. I mean, where would you? Where do you think that
would
would
say
fall?
It's definitely better than.
I'd put it ahead of Flubber probably.
Definitely ahead of Flubber. Yeah.
What I'm thinking. I've never seen To Be or Not to Be, but it sounds amazing. And Mel Brooks is one of my favorite directors, so it's hard for me to do anything much about Mel Brooks. I've never seen To
Be or Not to Be.
Yeah, so, I'll advocate for that a million times. Watch To Be or Not to Be. I didn't know it was a remake. It feels like a Mel Brooks film, but that was the last time we talked about it.
Mel Brooks is a god, okay?
Right. Yep. Exactly. Yep. I would agree. So
I'm trying to look for some really bad ones that we can just be able to.
Italian Job.
Mowgli at the bottom. I think we mentioned it briefly. That's trash.
Yeah, we got Mowgli down here.
And put it in the bottom.
Mowgli's sort of the bottom.
Mowgli's G. Yeah, Mowgli G. It's bad.
Get there. One of the ones I'm kind of curious what you guys would think. I want to talk about Major Pain. So
I love this movie. I love it.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was a remake until we started writing questions for Schmodown competitors.
So I love it, but I can see why people would think it's a bad movie.
I love this movie.
It's great.
It's fun.
One of my favorite movies.
It's a fun family movie. I don't know. B is too high. I think it's a C. And I like it. I like this movie.
I have not seen it.
I like this movie. I really like the ending. The march and sequence thing. I don't know what they call that. Field show. I like that sequence. I do. And I like how it turns out in the end. But this isn't something I'm going to write home about at the end of the day.
I've watched this again. It's like watching Biodome for me. Okay, it's up there with Biodome, and Biodome is kind of stupid, but it's fun, and it's up there pretty high. And I would watch Biodome again.
I think I like this definitely better than Biodome, but there's just so many scenes. My favorite scene is when he's telling the little kid the bedtime story. And he has his knife out.
Yes.
And then I cut him.
Yeah. This movie is amazing.
All the motion, or there's always one sub 8, two sub 8.
There's so many great scenes like that just
him in the dance hall in his dress whites.
Yes. Yeah, in his dress whites. Yes, I have been known to cut a rug in my day.
It's a funny movie. Don't get me wrong. But is there really anything in it that excels over some of these other movies that we have? Because I feel lower C tier. Because it's not as good as To Be or Not to Be. You want to talk about a comedy? It's a comedy. To Be and Not to Be is genius. It is. It's not the greatest Mel Brooks film, but it's Mel Brooks. It's genius.
Yeah, right.
I really have this lower C under Flubber.
Yeah, and for me, it's probably my favorite.
Definitely
Damon Wayans
better
movie.
than
not to say,
Aladdin.
It's not to say Damon Wayans is a lot of movies, but
I didn't agree with Aladdin where it was in the first place. So
I like Aladdin. I love the remake, which obviously I'm diving into a whole conversation about this. But I love that movie so much. Yeah.
As long as it's C tier, it's fine.
For me, honestly, where I would rank it, because I really like this movie a lot. I'd put it between Gone in 60 and Wonder Woman. That's me. That's just me personally, but I'm willing to compromise.
It's definitely not better than Gone in 60 Seconds. Gone in 60 Seconds is a great remake.
I'm sorry, it's not better than To Be or Not to Be. So no.
You're better than Flubber.
It's definitely better than Walking Tall.
Yeah.
All right, above Walking Tall, I'm okay with this.
All right.
All right, that
Can
sounds
we
good.
get to the crap of the Lion King remake and put it where it should be?
Yes. Yeah, that was one that was on my mind actually, and I know I have it down lower somewhere.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah,
So
I hated this movie.
here's what I
I
will say
didn't
about
hate
this.
it.
I've
I
said it
actually liked
before. I don't like the near shot for shot remake, and that's kind of what they did. It is. We can't deny it. Is it beautiful? Yes.
Yeah.
It is
Yes.
beautiful,
beautiful.
It is.
and they do
Absolutely.
such a good job.
But what
Yeah.
makes this a terrible film is the greatest harm they ever could have done, and that was make Scar speak some crap version of Be Prepared. You destroyed my entire film that way. And here's the thing: the guy that did Scar, he can sing.
Yeah,
I thought, maybe he can sing. He can sing. You destroyed this. And here's the thing: how do you fumble at this? Because let's put it this way: you had James Earl Jones, and it sounded like James Earl Jones was on life support.
Yeah,
and then you had Beyonce, and the only reason they brought in Beyonce is her name. And let's say it again now, because this happened. Hold on. Yes, it's the song. It is always the Oscar contention with Disney and music. They will bring in a big name to do that. This they fumble in so many ways. The only reason to me it
Donald Glover, who a really good actor.
I have it in E tier only because it is beautiful. It is gorgeous.
I actually really liked it.
The only reason why I will not put it in G is Seth Rogen and Billy Ashton because they made the movie.
Yeah, Timon and Pumbaa were really they were good too.
Okay, so I loved that scene where he confronts all the creatures. He's like, we need to take him down, basically. It's like that felt a little darker to me than the kids Disney version that I saw in theaters with my cousins, and we threw popcorn at the movie theater. It sucks.
Get this too.
The original sucks.
This is what's weird to me. This is now the highest grossing animated film of all time.
And it's an animated film.
And it's animated. Now, again, from a technical standpoint, this is a very high A, technically. But you did nothing new with your story. You gave us nothing new, and your actors.
Yeah, sorry.
I
wouldn't have wanted anything new.
I felt nothing.
Give me a little something, a slightly different. Give me something.
I wouldn't have wanted them to change this. Like I love that emotional moment where you see Scar. He's kind of feeling like he's been talked down to, literally by this kid. This kid tells him like, "Hey, I'm the king." No, you're not.
Okay,
screw you. You're a little.
I get that. Okay. You ruined his song. You ruined his song. This is a musical. You made it a musical. You didn't give the man a song.
Tonight, by not having it in the nighttime.
This shall not pass.
So I thought it was solid. Yeah. I thought it was an emotional, raw moment. He sung it pretty damn well. He confronted them. He basically
can't sing.
The only line I would give it that I like better than the original when the hyena kill him. I just said the only thing that you said true that the hyena belly never fought is a pretty creepy line for a Disney movie. But my God, remake.
So did Beyonce? Was that an original song, or was that something from Lion King 2?
There is an original song in there. Again, it was not from Lion King 2.
Okay.
It was to bring that Oscar potential out there. But here's the thing: when she's not singing, even when she's adult, she does hardly anything at all.
Yeah, they don't really give her much to do.
It's a waste. This film, unfortunately,
Donald Glover, such a good actor, wasted December.
It's not his fault. I really feel E, and that's based on technicality and the technical aspects of it, and Timon and Pumbaa. Timon and Pumbaa are great. They're great.
Yeah.
And I would even say to maybe a little higher for
you want it a little higher? All right, fine. And Scar
Kid, I could give it to you at the top of E.
Scar himself, besides the song, Scar's fine. Other than the song. Because they don't have the song, it ruins that for me. But Scar's character is fine. Like, it's fine. But otherwise, it's just
disturbing.
Because I felt the original movie's like too soft. And I know it's a Disney story. I know but like here we see like that viciousness.
I would argue, and the score. Here's the thing: the score is very similar, obviously, But
Well,
there are beats in the original that really hit with the animation that were just point for point. This one, they're out of sync. This is where you don't need to mess with a good thing. If it's not broken, don't fix it. And they added too many things to it that added to nothing. They told the same story. No.
Here's the problem with the remake, and there's some that not the list. You could remake that like the Jungle Book. Cinderella, but it's actually a pretty decent remake. Oh, Pete Dragon, you got the same thing over and over again, like everything else.
I don't.
Yeah, and the thing is, with a good remake, I think that you want to make it like at the core, like pretty similar to the original, but you want to add some things that make it unique and interesting and to kind of hold its own kind of thing. And I don't think they really added enough to really do anything. And I thought that all the animals looked really creepy. All they had no facial expression. I don't know if you guys ever saw. There were some artists that went through and kind of fixed all the problems with the animation to give them more lifelike characteristics. Someone did that online, and it looked amazing. And I don't know why they didn't.
What they did was interesting. They backed it down a step actually and made it a little more animated.
Right.
Just a little bit, and it was like, okay, I buy this.
Same.
But again, they were going for a little bit more realism in the animals, and technically, in that aspect,
I really like that.
You did a good job. No problems there. I get it.
I like
but
that aspect.
He's right. You're talking a musical here. Expression is important. And it's too realistic. You've got a problem there. So they were just doing too much that created too little.
Yeah, and I think where it's at the top of E, that's a good spot for me. But
yeah, I'm fine with it.
The Karate Kid is the bottom of D. I'm jumping into the middle of this week.
Yeah,
that sucks.
Well, the Jackie Chan one, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't agree with like Kong Skull Island being that low compared to
Kong Skull Island is amazing.
Yeah,
we're
not really happy either. I would have ranked that higher, but it is.
All right,
let's leave it alone.
Yeah, let's go for the bottom of the list here. Let's talk about Hairspray because it was requested last week. Hairspray. All right, so Hairspray.
I hate musicals and I hate Hairspray. That's me, but you go ahead.
Yeah,
that is some fighting.
So,
I hate Hairspray.
Oh wow!
That's another horrible musical. Fiddler on the Roof is fantastic. Phantom of the Opera is fantastic.
It is absolutely not a horrible musical, and I'll tell you why.
I want to see another John Travolta movie where he's playing an effeminate gay character, where he's dressed as a woman.
Well, he's not gay.
All that. I'm just like,
he's not gay.
No, but he has those kind of qualities. He plays the mom, but he's always playing these kind of borderline homoerotic characters. For me, it just feels like.
I would say.
I never ever thought I'd see you say homoerotic, Jordan.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing you're going to face. Okay, this is the real world.
Oh my gosh!
Hairspray. Phantom of the Opera is better. I will come over and.
Phantom of the Opera is leaps and bounds better.
Hold on.
No. That remake of Phantom is so.
No.
All right,
hold on.
Are you talking?
Let's hear him out.
Here's the thing about Hairspray. You will be hard pressed to find a modern musical that deals with the issues of basically understanding there is more to a person than what is on the outside, and we're talking both on a racial level,
right,
on a feminist level, as well as size. This musical accomplishes all of that in a family-friendly environment, but it doesn't beat you over the head with it.
Okay,
the music is charming. Music is love. I love the music. It's catchy, and it's the ending. You can't stop the beat. Music. It's on my personal playlist. I love that song.
And
it's a great song. And then Queen Latifah singing during their march. How do you not get the feels during that? That's so powerful, so important. The only reason this is a little bit lower for me as a musical is that it's got that John Waters thing. It's John Waters, and I'm not a huge fan of John Waters. That being said, the acting in here is really good. John Travolta as the mom, actually, I buy it.
Funny.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
And I was
Funny.
saying
I think
that
it's hilarious. John
compared
Travolta's
to-
I'm
mom.
not getting more than
Yeah.
funny.
Christopher
musical
Walken is
we
great.
have?
The casting in this film is a flawless casting. There's not a person there that does not belong there. Everyone belongs there, and I buy it. 100%. Michelle Pfeiffer. I mean, all of them.
I would say this, and I usually say Barbie show is better than movie. I prefer the movie version of Hairspray over the Barbie show because when you compare the second act of the show, it go all over the place compared to the movie with Punchy. They choose what's going on.
Here's the thing. They can't do a 100% total remake of the musical. Otherwise, you end up with Les Mis, and even Les Mis couldn't do that.
Yeah.
And we'll get to Les Mis, and I like Les Mis. We'll curse on
And
Les
I
Mis,
wrote
but
this fan one part Les Mis when people say
this
too
is
much.
cinematic, and I get it.
Well, as just the musical.
This is charming. This is good. Now, musical for musical, I have to say, when I'm looking at other musicals I have on this list, is it better than Little Shop? Different genre.
No.
Really
Yeah.
hard for me to gauge. But
I like
I
Little
do feel that it's better. I feel that it's better than Phantom. I argue
Really?
this is a lower B.
No.
Yes, this is better than
Yeah.
Phantom. And I love Phantom.
Not
Hold on. I've seen
It's
Phantom of the
seriously
Opera 3 times on the big stage. I've seen it, and I've seen it
once on
many,
big
many
stage.
times. I've
I've seen it
3
once on big
times.
stage.
By the
Yeah.
way, anytime you ever have the opportunity to see Phantoms in different places, do it because they have different sets. Just from a watch it. But this is better than the Phantom remake. We don't have the Gerard Butler problems. We have
Actually, I
love Gerard
casting down
Butler.
the line. We have great singing. Even John Travolta does for the character exactly what it's supposed to do. Harvey Fierstein is a Tony Award winner and has done that role and is a worse voice, in my opinion, than John Travolta does in this film. This film is great for this. It's a great family film. I love this. You learn a lot from it.
Not the best singing voice, but he actually is fun. And
Bottom B, no questions asked for me.
I'm with Chris here.
Bottom of D, you think?
Bottom B.
Oh, yeah. No, because I wouldn't put it above so many of these movies. I definitely wouldn't put it above.
We're moving fast.
No, here's the reason why. Here's the reason why I would put it above all of these films, like 101, Hulk, Aladdin. Here's why. There's always a lesson and a moral to be learned. There is so much more to be learned in Hairspray when you watch and things you realize about the 60s, the early 60s, and what's going on. And the characters carry that without beating you up with it. And that's great. When you can send your messages and make it that women can be powerful, big women can be powerful, black women can be powerful. It doesn't matter. It's a matter of you got a song in your heart and a dance in your step. That's what matters. This film does that successfully. Bottom B.
For me, for what
bottom B, as long as Phantom of the Opera moves up.
Yeah. Same. I think Phantom of the Opera needs to move up. Yeah.
You want to move Phantom to bottom C then? Phantom to bottom C?
I want Phantom above Little Shop of Horrors.
No.
Yes.
I don't know if I could go that high, but
No, it's definitely better than Pendulum 1, 2, 3. Pendulum 1, 2, 3 was a pile of
You didn't like it, huh?
Well, we gotta make
it's not as good as the original.
Bottom B is I'm going to stand on this. I'm going to put my foot in the ground on this. It's got to be bottom B.
Okay, bottom B, I'm okay. Then Phantom of the Opera needs to go right behind it then.
No, we discussed this and debated this. They screwed the pooch on that film. And I hate that. I love many, many aspects of it, but 2 of your main characters are either terrible singers or they're dubbed.
Yeah.
That's no. Gerard, no good. No go, Gerard.
I love Gerard.
Minnie Driver can sing. Why did you dub her? And I can tell. I know. No. Unacceptable.
Sorry I jumped in the middle of this. We're talking about another musical, though. So that was why it came up for me.
The only thing I would say that I like that they add to the film compared to Bobby's show is the present day stuff, that they explain why the auction happened. I thought that, and that ending is kind of like haunting in a way, thinking that the Phantom is still alive up to that end. So.
No, I think it ruins it. But this isn't about Phantom right now. Hairspray.
Right. But
it's not.
For me, for what I said about John Travolta at the beginning, my comments about. I actually do love the relationship between John Travolta and Christopher Walken. I'm a huge Christopher Walken fan. I think they have great chemistry in this movie. I think it's a lot of fun. So I mean, putting it in B, that's a little tough for me because I'm not a huge musical person, but I'm also biased for that reason. I don't like musicals, so then
recuse yourself and listen to the experts.
Right, and it's just hard for me
musicals.
to put it above Phantom.
I love musicals. Okay, like I saw Miss Saigon. I saw Phantom of the Opera. I've seen Fiddle on the Roof.
This you have to separate. You have to separate the fact that and I'm agreeing with you. Phantom of the Opera as a musical is far better than Hairspray the musical. I'll say that. I'll admit it. I enjoyed that. But as a movie, as a remake, on top of that, I think of it as Hairspray did a better job in a remake than Phantom of the Opera did. Phantom screwed the pooch. Yeah, it's still
be okay with that. Yeah.
Yards,
I mean, Gerard Butler has a good singing voice.
Well,
no, he doesn't. No, what? no one's just gonna ever take you seriously now that you said that.
I don't know, but yeah,
all right. It scars me a little bit. If it's top C, fine, but I still say it's bottom B. But if it's top C, it's above all those other films in C.
I could do a bottom B because I think Hanuman is way too high on this list.
Thank you.
But I mean, I'm just going with the consensus.
Thank you.
Consensus and leaving it where it's at. But
now,
all right.
The musical that surpasses that, Les Mis.
Yes, I would agree, but I still like Docket Punch because it's singing from beginning to end with no interruption, and that I don't like. But
I mean, it's a
Les Mis is a legit story. And they do a good job of it.
Great. The only thing
I wish I would have had a pause so we could breathe for a minute.
The only thing people complain about with Les Mis often is Russell Crowe. Now, I'm going to argue for Russell Crowe right now. I understand that this is not your ideal Javert, people. I get it. But you got to understand, Russell Crowe is a folk rock singer. Nobody took the time to go in and tell him what else to do. So if you put it in the genre that the man is used to, it works on a minimum level. It works on a minimum level. No, it's not over the top and amazing. It's a minimum effort. I understand, but it passes.
Here's the problem with the movie besides Russell Crowe. Not the casting, not the cinematography. It's Tom Hooper's fault because he focused too much on just everything on just the actor face rather than just everything else going on. At times it feels a little rushed.
Yep.
And at times forced. I think
forced for a film that's almost 3 hours long? Really? Forced?
It still feels forced.
Hugh Jackman great and Hathaway is really good, and she deserved the Oscar for Dream.
I agree with you, Chris, on this.
Yeah, here's 100%. What we're looking at with Les Mis, okay? Les Mis was nominated for numerous Oscars, okay? Yep. Numerous. And won Anne Hathaway her first Oscar. Yeah, and it was
amazing.
She was amazing in this. And Hugh Jackman should have won an Oscar for this because Hugh Jackman was amazing.
Yeah, right.
But Dallas Buyers Club or what that meant.
Look, this film by far is the best example overall
of solid, well done.
A solid, well done film. But a director that should never make musical movie again after what he did.
I feel that this is a lower A. I feel very highly that this is a lower A film. Yeah. It's got the accolades to cover it. It's got that epic level that Titanic does. But it didn't get as much recognition as Titanic did.
And here the problem about Light, and I defend the film to a fault. Like, they were trying to appease.
I'm going to be muting this just for a moment, okay?
Yeah.
I'll be back.
They were trying to appeal to both the Broadway fan and book fan, which a lot of people complain about it longer than the show because they add, like, father thing in, they add stuff from the book that would have made it better for a film that was based on the book, not the grandfather.
Yeah. And I haven't seen the musical of Les Mis live, but I have seen it on DVD, and And I did like the musical way better than the movie, but that's
No, and you know, that happens plenty of times that the musical is better than the movie, and I understand that because you're taking something that's designed for the stage and wanting to put it on film. That's a very difficult task. It is. However, Les Mis did things that most films don't. For example, they didn't lip sync their music; they did it all live right there on set. That's a huge accomplishment.
that's true.
When
This film
Mexico-
is better.
Yeah, when
Way better.
Mexico wasn't trying to sing badly, he was fine. Like, my favorite scene they added in him, the medal on the kid, after the finally the idea of what they were going through at the moment. And a silent moment, real moment in film, it's just like, my God, his suicide song. I'm like, my God, he just ruined one of the best songs in Les Mis. And he could have.
They didn't ruin that song. They didn't ruin that song. That was fine. It was fine. It's fine. Was it? Wow! It was fine. It's fine. Like the confrontation. I love the confrontation.
Only moment where I thought the scene was okay, but the confrontation and the Javier
Confrontation might be my favorite part of the whole movie. But where would you guys place it? This is where I want to put it.
I lower A. It's under Titanic. Titanic had more accolades. I think both are on an epic level. They are for their genres. But Les Mis, in the recognition alone, I think it got less than Titanic. Maybe it deserved a little more, but it's a good spot for it as lower
I'm
A.
okay with it right there. Yeah.
I want to bring up, I noticed on the list of when we were talking about Disney remake, I finally noticed, Cinderella.
Yeah, Cinderella. I know it's on here.
I do not like that movie at all.
At
all.
I actually love it.
I'm really
my
mixed.
favorite Disney remake ever made. Is
I'm really mixed about this film, and it
Jungle
hurts.
Book is my favorite Disney remake.
Well,
ever.
here's the thing with Cinderella. Cinderella does something I ask, which is give me a little bit something new. Give me a little character development, and they do that. However, here is my major problem with Cinderella, and it's Cinderella. Cinderella.
You dare ask me Lily James. Yeah.
I'm gonna bash Lily James. You might want to go. Here's my problem with this. Maybe it's the writing, maybe it's her acting. I don't know which it is. But Lily James in this is too damn happy. Too damn happy all the time. Like, now listen. I understand part of this point of Cinderella has always been that she, she's the stiff upper lip. She works very hard. You can see that in the original cartoon when she's sing Sweet Nightingale, even when she's scrubbing the floors. There's a joy in there somewhere, and I buy that. But the original cartoon gives her moments to be sad, to be, she's disappointed when things are torn down and when she's locked in the high tower, and that makes sense. Here, when she's locked in the tower, does she cry? Does she try to get out? No, she dances. This girl is too happy. She is not believable as Cinderella in any way. Kenneth Branagh, I love you, man. You did wrong here. You did wrong. But now, does it look good? Yes. It looks good. I like the added elements of her meeting the prince ahead of time. I like that.
Yeah.
It does so much.
It has a great cast, too. You got,
let me say this.
Richard Madden in there as the prince. You got Kate Blanchett as an amazing stepmother.
I don't have a hot take on the animated film.
As the fairy godmother, all of that amazing cast. So,
hey guys, I don't have a hot take on the animated film.
We're not talking about the animated film.
No, but when you compare the remake,
that's for next week's list. Remember the Disney Pixar list?
When you compare
the Disney Pixar list.
Well, I got a point here. When you compare remake to remake Disney film, I think the remake of Cinderella is, besides your problem, it's a lot better than the animated film.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
The more development given to characters that they focus on what should be focused on, her and the prince, not just the side characters.
No, I disagree.
It is true.
I disagree wholeheartedly.
I like the animated movie better, but not by much. I really enjoyed this.
The animated movie does in an hour what this movie fails to do in two. It does better. It does a better job. Now, in terms of Disney remakes, when we're talking about right now, is it better than Aladdin,
No.
Beauty and the Beast, which we have listed?
Yes.
I
absolutely.
personally feel it's better than Beauty and the Beast. I believe it's also better than Aladdin.
I think so.
It's better than 101 Dalmatians.
Oh yeah, for sure, better than 101.
Kind of fan of what he did with the film.
No, it is not better than 101 Dalmatians. We've already established that 101 Dalmatians is by far, in my opinion, the best, other than Jungle Book, the best Disney remake that's come out of there, and it was early on. You had a great villain that was reinterpreted in an amazing way, and now in an iconic visual way. And the animal actors were great. That's a great film. This has flaws. 101 Dalmatians, though its simplicity breaks it down lower. This is not as good as 101 Dalmatians. It's not as good as Hope. It's better than Aladdin. Better than Beauty and the Beast.
It's definitely a better than Beauty and the Beast, but not better than Aladdin. I love Aladdin.
No.
I think Aladdin should be higher. I think they did.
Jafar?
You're okay with
Jafar. Jafar was egregious.
Yeah, he was.
It was terrible. No, he was terrible. He was terrible.
Saying that Jafar better than April Cat and Lady Tremaine? Are you kidding me?
No. Do not put it in front of Aladdin.
Tremaine. No, yeah, Kate Blanchett was a way better villain.
Do not put it in front of Aladdin.
It is better than Aladdin. Yep.
I would rather watch War of the Worlds like 1,000 times than ever watch Cinderella.
No.
And I hate War of the Worlds. So, yes.
No.
The romance were better in Cinderella than Aladdin.
It's better, yeah. It is better.
Just be glad that I didn't put the Rodgers and Hammerstein Cinderella, because that is a remake, but I didn't.
But it's a TV movie. Aha!
Yep, right. So that's why I left it off.
Organically got better than the animated version. Like, you believe the Prince and Cinderella chemistry.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I guess let's keep pushing along to something that's really bad. The Ben-Hur
Like
remake.
Italian Job? Italian
Job.
Job.
You there.
Hold on.
The
original. He's
I
a
love the Italian Job. No, this one is leaps and bounds, but I've seen the original, I've seen this. I like it.
I was saying
in Redford? Are you kidding?
Okay.
He's a god. Okay.
Anyway,
yeah.
You gotta go Italian Job, I feel like.
All right.
I love everything about the Italian Job. For a long time, this is one of my favorite movies, period, and not anymore by a long shot, but around the time it first was released, I loved it. Like I love Edward Norton as the villain. I love Yeah,
it's fun.
But
it's not better than the original.
I think it's
I haven't seen the original, so I don't have anything on that to compare to. I like the Italian Job.
Robert
was the original Steve McQueen? Was that who was in the original?
That was Robert Redford. Okay, well, Stephen McQueen then anyways. But, well, then, even if it's Steve McQueen, Steve McQueen's better than him.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Steve McQueen's a god, okay, of acting. All right?
That is true.
Yeah, there's no compare.
Yeah, hold on. Admit it. The whole Mini Cooper sequence, you've got to admit how awesome that is.
Mm-hmm. In the way that Edward Norton just screws them all over, like really got to me. I really felt that. I'm like, damn, what a bastard. Screw them all over like that.
I would also have this in C tier. It's fine, and that sequence alone is worth watching the movie.
I'd be okay having it in C tier. I mean, I don't know where it would lie. Maybe a higher C tier, maybe.
I put it above Incredible Hulk.
No, it has to be. I mean, if we're what? Why?
Well, I've never
Am I the only one that's actually seen the original?
No, I've seen the original, and like I thought it was great, but I just love this one so much more.
But it's Steve McQueen, okay? I
love Charlie Stern. I love Mark Wahlberg, Edward Norton.
Mark Wahlberg's good. Edward Norton is good, but they're not Steve McQueen.
It's a great ensemble. So
yeah,
I didn't see who else there is, but it's not better than.
So no, we're not debating the originals. We're just doing the remix.
We're debating remakes.
I have a remake on that list when we move on to the next one. I hate with fiery passion that I wanted to burn in hell for what they did to the original.
I mean, if it's as bad as you say, then I'm arguing either bottom C or top D. Is it one C alone doesn't?
I love Italian Job. Yeah. So the one I wanted to.
What do you guys think? It's a good spot.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy.
Where do you have it at? Sorry.
I think it behind Flubber.
No!
Down there with the Walking Tall. I'm okay
Wow.
putting it above Walking Tall.
But
I'll
it's
give you
in
that.
C right now. It's not really
It's
going to go
much
anywhere.
better than World War.
I don't
All
think
right,
it's really
so-
going to go anywhere.
So
yeah.
I want some that we can just, like I said, for Ben-Hur. The remake of Ben-Hur was
Ben-Hur's horrible.
atrocious. It was horrible.
Yeah.
I will watch the other
It's
one.
gross.
This is G, bottom of G,
Yeah.
Bad.
Where's that one?
right
pretty
down
sure
in
I
the middle.
The remake
Ben-Hur, guy on
I
a
tried
chariot.
watching it, and then I gave up about, 20
Right there
minutes.
next to Maleficent.
That's
yeah.
another remake that interesting.
I've been holding off on that because I'm very torn about that film.
I hate that movie. Ben-Hur's horrible.
But Ben-Hur was
yeah.
horrible.
Yeah. It was terrible, and I have a hot take. I don't even really like the original Ben-Hur. I was bored up until the
I
chariot
love
scene.
the original
Um,
Ben-Hur.
like-
It's a great movie.
Like the chariot scene's the only
Does
thing
have
that I
anything
like.
else to do?
Everything else bored me to tears. It's way too long. You cut about an hour out of the original.
Come
It'd be a
in
much
until I
better movie.
came out after break, after school.
When we talk about, I think toward the end of the list, quarantine.
Oh yeah, we could do that. But let's. What do you guys fall on Ben-Hur? I'd put it pretty.
Ben-Hur is a lower G.
Ben-Hur is
Bad.
definitely G. Or
G.
I'd put it like
G.
maybe even below Mowgli, like right
Yeah,
there. Or actually,
it's
no,
bad.
Wicker
Oh,
Man.
Wicker Man
No,
is
Wicker
horrible.
Man's
So
bad.
right behind,
Yeah. Yeah, Wicker Man's bad.
that's a horrible.
I think that's a
horrible
fair
movie.
spot.
All right. Let's see. I'm looking for other ones that are just easy to toss.
Quarantine at the very bottom deserve to be
Oh, the
on.
quarantine. So,
Oh, what was the other one I saw? Flight of the Phoenix is a horrible remake.
so Chris Diaz says quarantine. I never saw
I'll be
it
right
because
back. Be right back, guys.
Well,
it just
I
looks so
think
terrible
so
just from the
quarantine
It looks just horrible.
is-
No.
Yeah, you had not seen the original Wreck, go watch it because what Quarantine ruined is the last 20 minutes of Wreck because they had this stupid subplot about what caused everybody going to say
I avoided
I
this
think
movie.
fire hazard, virus, and the original were possession, and it when you want the last 20 minutes of Wreck, you're on the edge of your seat pretty much, and it building up the suspense like with the tape recording with the priest. And then the added thing, and then when they reveal, I forget how you say her name.
Oh,
The thing at the end, it's one of the most scariest images ever, and it also well directed, well acted. It for a Japanese found footage movie, one of the best found footage movies.
which one are we on?
Quarantine.
Quarantine. I've never
Quarantine?
seen it.
Ruined
No.
everything that made Wreck good.
It's
Like,
a little close to home right now. Sorry.
like the acting was good.
A little bit too close.
They give away the ending in the freaking trailer. But I like, wow.
Oh, really?
It's emotional. And that image is the last image of the film, technically.
That's what I thought. I thought that was the last image. Yeah, right on the poster. It's like
You had nothing back. Watch that. Quarantine does it deserve to be addicted. It's one of the worst found footage movie I've seen. And I love to go from Dexter, but no, it's so G-rated.
I still have
The
a
only
horrible
one good scene of like dog.
for the Wicker Man. I think Wicker
fucking
Man's
in
the
the
worst on this
elevator.
list.
Wicker Man is definitely the worst on this list.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
like
Well, you don't like the bees. The bees.
yeah.
Hopefully the director video was much better.
Okay, so I saw Flight of the Phoenix. The original Flight of the Phoenix is incredible. The
Yeah, the
remake
original
is
is
garbage.
Remakes pass
Garbage.
for me. I wouldn't say garbage. I'd give it a solid, maybe E tier,
E?
but that's just me.
E tier, but and
Yeah,
maybe
that's
probably in front of a RoboCop. Actually,
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I would put it in front of
Yeah.
RoboCop.
He was in the original Flight of the Phoenix. I can't even remember who was even in it. I don't remember.
Let's see here. Okay. This is one I love. I get it why it's schlocky, but I still love it. The Mummy.
Oh
Which
yeah,
one?
the Mummy. I actually love it.
I
So
love The Mummy.
same here. So earlier this week, Cody Hall and Christian Rubalcaba on their channel, they did a watch along with the Mummy, and I sat in for that, and it was a lot of fun. I forgot how much I actually love that
The
movie.
CG doesn't really hold well. Other than that, it's fun action. I buy the chemistry between.
Such a good
those
movie.
two.
Yes.
Yeah. I would
Brendan
say
Fraser
this
at his
is.
feet.
S tier.
I'm gonna
S
say this
tier.
is no, it is not S. Hold on, I'll tell you why it's not S tier. I'll tell you why
I
it's
would
not
put
S tier.
S tier.
This is a good B movie, and I don't mean B tier, but it's a good B movie with some added graphics that unfortunately didn't age so well.
One
Now,
story.
this is an A film? I feel this is an A film. I do feel it's an A, but unfortunately, I couldn't make it an S strictly because it just hasn't aged as well. Now, when I first saw it, I probably would have said, yes, this is an S tier movie. But over time and rewatches, and we're judging it as a remake, there is a certain charm in the original that I absolutely adore. I really do. Classic black and white Boris Karloff. It's good stuff. It went a little funny, and I like funny, but
I like
there
funny.
are a
I
couple
love
there,
this
there are a
series,
couple bumps in the road, especially now. A lower A is where it sits, and I'm okay with that. I like this film. It's a good film.
For me, I would put it. I mean, I'm not a huge Titanic fan, so I would even put it above that. But I don't know. If
I
we
would
could
put it above Titanic for sure.
I mean,
Absolutely.
I'm fine with that. I don't know if I would go ahead of Man of Steel, but Titanic.
I would not go above Man of Steel.
But this movie has so many of those actors in it, and then I noticed that you recognize from so many other films, but you can't quite put a name to him. You're like, oh, I've seen that guy in so much stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I noticed that when I did a rewatch. So yeah, but I think that's a solid spot for it.
I put the.
Right.
I guess we had the other remake of that on the bottom tier, and we don't have it on the bottom tier already on the Mummy.
Oh yeah.
I'm not even gonna talk about that Mummy.
I love
That
The Firm. The Firm's a remake.
Put it in B and then
I only wanted to add one version of the Mummy, even though I added all three Godzillas. I only did one Mummy. So
so The Firm's a remake. I love.
Hold on, I'm looking at that.
Great version of the book.
Wait, hold on. It is not a remake. Hold on. It is not. It is not.
Is it not?
It is based on the novel, the 91 novel, but no, it is not a remake.
I thought maybe the book was maybe based on something, and that's why. But yeah, we can leave that one off the list.
If we just get Old Boy in the G rating, just forget
The Firm is based off.
book.
Yeah.
We have Old Boy, so I've never seen Old Boy, but I really want to watch the Japanese.
Watch the Japanese, same thing like watch the Japanese.
Yeah.
Where's Old Boy?
Movie.
Are we putting Old Boy and just haven't seen it? I just haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
It's really bad.
I would move it to haven't seen it just because we haven't seen it. So
it's really bad.
Yeah. Another really bad one. Now I acknowledge this is really bad, but I really like it. But it's bad. The Lady
Mr.
Killers.
Deeds.
I was saying the
Lady Killers.
No, and it's bad.
It's so bad.
But let me tell you, I love watching it. I love watching this film, but it's so bad.
This is all you guys. I've never seen it, so what do you think?
Tom Hanks is just over the top in all the bad ways. It's so bad, it's good.
I think because
it's definitely at the bottom. It's just.
I think because of the Tom Hanks factor, like, even though I haven't seen it, I want to put it maybe like top of G. But what do you guys think?
I agree. I would rewatch this film because it's so bad. I will not rewatch Wicker Man. I will not rewatch Ben-Hur. Quarantine. I would rewatch Lady Killers.
I would never. Yeah, all of the remake we had there, it's better than Dumbo. It's better than Psycho. It's better than Shaggy Dollars.
I don't know about Ed TV. I've never seen that one either. So, but
I've seen Ed TV.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
I like Nutty Professor. Nutty Professor is a fun one.
I
love it.
Be in the A range.
What? It's A. It's Eddie Flippin' Murphy. Eddie Murphy's a god.
Arguably, the first one is A tier. A tier for the first one. Yeah.
I love the Nutty Professor. Now we talk about good things.
So this one has a lot of nostalgia factor for me because I saw it with my best friend Doug Strait, who actually passed away. He had spina bifida and a lot of brain problems, and so this is one of the movies that I remember he was like super excited to go see it. We saw the first and the second together, so I have nostalgia factor. But as far as like ranking it as a movie, I would give it still a B tier. But
I would definitely say it's better than Friday.
Yeah, I mean, I'd even give it like maybe in between The Ring and
yeah.
It's such a good comedy. It still makes me laugh and chuckle, and I love it.
Eddie Murphy's a comedy god, and I can't wait to see him coming back to America.
Well, if he's God, don't forget gods can fall, and he did.
Yeah, he did fall, so hopefully he makes a comeback.
Yeah. Bad. Total Recall.
Yes.
Okay,
Bad. Total
I would
Recall.
say
Bad.
garbage, but I'd say not good.
Nope,
where
that's
is
bottom
that?
for sure.
I know it's
Heartbreak Kid, same thing. Let's just get
Total-
rid of that.
It's not the
Total
Arnold
Recall.
movie.
No.
You guys see
But some
Total
of
Recall?
some of the action scenes are good,
Oh, here
but
you go.
everything else about it doesn't fly for me.
I think that it's
Hold on, I'll be right back.
I think that it's passable. I didn't think that it was like garbage, but it's definitely not great. I would want to put it in like, I mean, I would even give it like a solid lower D, I think. I mean, I didn't think it was like horrible.
I would say it's behind Omen for me.
I like, was it Kate Beckinsale? Was she the main female? I can't remember, but yeah, what do you guys think?
I would say it's behind E for me. I don't think it's nearly as strong as the original.
Yeah.
The original was solid from beginning to end.
RoboCop, like I even didn't
same thing with RoboCop.
mind the RoboCop remake,
I
but
didn't mind the Ocean 8. I guess I'm the only one here that didn't mind.
I think Flight of the Phoenix deserved to be a little lower, honestly. I would put Flight of the Phoenix down here. What do you think? I mean,
yes, I would too. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's fair. There's one movie that
Footloose. We just put Footloose in the plane.
Yeah. Let's see.
Footloose, not as good as the original.
No.
Sorry.
There's no compare.
I've only seen bits and pieces of it, but I think it's on here. I want to say.
You know what? Let's pull up a good one.
I don't see it.
I don't see it.
So maybe I might have left Footloose off. But it's all right. It's not going to rank high. So,
yeah.
Hey, so
let's pull up a good one. Actually, I'm actually like a pen track.
Wait, what'd you say, Chris Scott?
With Russell Crowe, I think it is, and go down. Train to Yuma, 314.
Oh yeah. That's with
Okay,
Christian Bale and Ben. I forget his last name.
The original is so much better.
Foster.
It really, really is. It's got a better cast, better writing.
Oh yeah, yep. I would agree. And Ben Foster, that's what it is. Yeah. So, and Russell Crowe. Yep. So, I would rank this one actually pretty dang high. Like I would rank it maybe a solid, maybe even an A tier.
I wouldn't only because I would put it behind Flight of the Phoenix by far. It's definitely not better than Flight of the Phoenix. Yeah.
So you would.
Have you ever seen the original? Original's 1,000 times better. Better cast, more solid story.
I want to make it A tier. Like
I would rate it that high until I saw the original, and then that movie just fell horribly.
I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it's high.
It ranks high for me. One of my favorite remakes. Actually.
Yeah, I would. I mean,
the original is so much better. Such a better cast.
But a lower.
Yeah, but Ben Foster is so freaking good in that movie.
I'd put it behind Hairspray if we're going to do anything.
This is the movie that actually made me notice Ben Foster and think of him as a notable, worthy actor. When I saw this movie, I'm like,
let me look up the original cast.
Really good in it, bro.
310 to Yuma. I would put it behind Hairspray. That's yeah.
I mean, I'm fine. I think that's probably fair enough.
I want to hit another potential S tier. Scent of a Woman.
I haven't seen it.
Scent of a Woman.
You're talking about the remake with
Al Pacino.
Oh yeah, that's S tier for sure. There's
and there is Footloose here.
But we'll go back to it. But Scent of a Woman. Scent of a Woman is which one?
The Son of a Woman. If anyone's
your second row, second over.
Here we go. Yep. Son of a Woman. Okay.
It's an S tier, no questions asked. I mean, this movie wins him the Oscar.
It's a beautiful movie.
Yes, I mean, it's just really, and honestly, it's this coming of age film that is disguised as a full on drama.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so good.
Yeah.
Is it Chris O'Donnell?
JD
Yeah,
in the waiting room.
Yeah, it's Chris O'Donnell. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris
Yeah.
O'Donnell is just he's got so much integrity and yet he's so
We got-
wide-eyed at the same time. And then that
Hey, we got a
the
latecomer. JD, welcome.
Hey, JD. The scene in the very end in the court, or well, I'd say it's the courtroom. It kind of is a courtroom scene.
Yeah, it is.
Where Al Pacino just rakes over all of them. You know, bad man. What's a bad man? And it's just, you know, are you done? I'm just getting warmed up. I love this film.
Yeah,
This
Al Pacino
is such
just
a good film. Yeah.
Were you guys
Hey,
thrown
you
off
did
any
not cry like a baby in this
wow.
movie. There's
stuff? Did that throw you off?
I really feel that this is
Absolutely,
better
yes,
than
dear.
the thing. This is better than the thing. Lower than
Whoa.
Departed. Yes.
definitely
Yep.
better than The Thing, for sure. I agree.
Lower than Departed. Departed does so much.
The Part is
I don't
better.
know if I would do that high. I mean, I could put it just below the thing. I mean, I think the thing is.
No, I'm sorry. I can never put a horror film above an amazing.
I'm
drama.
actually with Jordan here. I can't put it above the thing.
Yeah, same here. I love this.
No, because no offense, you're all horror schlockies. I mean, realistically, how do you take a horror seriously?
too, but it's
How do you take
I think
horror
I think
seriously?
it subverts
This
the horror
film is
genre.
beautiful. This is a gorgeous, well acted. It is a film of life. Thing is something you go into and like, oh, that's cool. There's blood.
No, I can't. I can't. I can't.
Here for me, but I'm not gonna move it. That's it. I'm just
I can't. I can't put it behind. I can't put it behind. I can't put it ahead of the thing.
Thing, no.
And I like
It
the
also-
thing, but no, you.
I mean,
thing
it also introduced
best
us
horror
to
movies
like,
ever
the
made,
Al
like,
Pacino trope of like, hooah.
Yeah, right.
No, how was that? Al Pacino could say that all day long, and I'd watch a movie just with him probably saying just
Exactly.
that.
And here's the thing, Pacino has had multiple chances for Oscars. This is what he gets it at. And it's in a very vulnerable character.
Oh, yeah. It's a very powerful movie.
I don't think
And
you're
The
gonna be
Thing
able to-
is a
That movie better
decent remake, but it's a remake. At the
Say
end
that
of the-
again?
Well, Son of a Woman is a remake, too, of a French film. Or
Yeah,
it's
I
half
didn't
French.
know
Or
that. But
So I want-
it's still a great movie.
yeah.
So I saw it on the list, but I want to
I
bring
think
up
that's
one
a solid
thing.
spot.
Yeah.
Good.
But
I mean, I
you wanna talk
often watch.
did you want
On
to talk
the
about films, though? You mentioned that. Yeah.
Not really. Not really.
The Parent Trap remake.
What about
Parent Trap?
the Parent Trap. Lindsay
That is,
Lohan's
okay,
Parent Trap.
so cute.
Yes, it
Love.
is.
Up somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, I just saw it. It's a bit down, a little further. I just
Back
saw
and
it.
forth between that or bringing up Homeward Bound, but those are the two I grew up watching.
Homeward Bound's amazing. What?
This version of the Parent Trap, it's hard to beat the original. Don't get me wrong, Haley Mills, and it's so quaint and charming. But this, when you've got Dennis Quaid and that smile that Dennis Quaid can do, he's got charm eking out of him. You hate the potential stepmother. You don't like her. You love the mother. And then Lindsay Lohan and her character work between the two, a British accent that actually is fairly passable.
It's solid.
Yeah, passable British accent.
It is. It's charming. It's cute.
I would put it like, I think it's solid. Like, I feel like it's like Flubber. Like, it's a charming,
No, it's better than Flubber.
It's better than Flubber. It's better than.
No, this is one of Disney's lower Bs. This is a Disney lower B.
It's definitely a B.
Lower B.
It's better than
I agree. It's a lower B. It's definitely on like Freaky Friday level.
Lower B, I'd be fine with that. I kind of like Freaky Friday a little better, but that's just me.
I like Freaky Friday better than that, for sure.
I like them both. So
I like them both. And again, it's
missing the music from the original one. Like some of the songs they sing in the original Parent Trap that they don't have in this one.
Let's get together. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
When they say like, you're the spitting image of what? Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a great line.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's a solid
But then
spot.
there are other images in the new one, like the lizard on the water bottle. And,
Yeah.
I love these. It's so quaint.
The mattress, the water mattress thing on the wake is
Yeah.
just fantastic.
Yeah, the whole
fencing
camping
scene.
is pretty strong.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All the stuff at the hotel, like it's good. It's a good, solid film.
It's a charming movie. It
All right.
likelihood as well.
What else do we got here? Good
Yeah.
or bad?
Can we just talk about it? Home and Bound. I think that like
I just
that-
I didn't know
I
Homeward
just
Bound was
watched
a
this.
remake. I
I
can't put
I
that.
love
just
Home.
watched this with my
Can't.
kids Saturday night.
Home is just over that mountain.
Okay, here's the thing. I have nostalgic
Yeah,
memories.
no
I saw this in the theaters with when I was a kid, when I was about
Where did I
6
see
or
it?
7. And I loved it. I thought this was the funniest thing. Now I watched it again with my kids, and the thing that I kept asking myself the entire time was, how did they film this? Because they got these animals to do some weird things.
They did.
And I'm
They
like,
did.
I sat the whole time going, how do you get a cat? They show the cat like barely treading water, and I'm like, what did you do and how did you film this? That's what I spent the whole
Homeward
time
Bound's
doing.
on here. Did anyone see
It
it?
is on here. Yeah,
I thought it was on here.
is. It is. Oh, I know it is. I saw
Yeah.
it.
it's like
I thought
It's on a
it's
log.
right before Dread.
Dread.
Right
I might have
before
moved it.
Dread. Yeah.
That's another
here.
horrible movie.
Homeward Bound.
There we go.
Oh,
Wait, you think Dread
oh,
was
Dread might be an S.
Homeward Bound was good.
Yes.
Actually, I liked it a lot.
Homeward,
Yeah.
no. Okay, look. Here's the thing about Homeward Bound.
What's up?
Homeward Bound is a mediocre film. It's not bad, but looking back at it, it's not as good as I remember it to be. It's not. The original is much more of a documentary, if anything, style. This, I see those elements in it. And the jokes that come from our 3 voice actors are fun. It's good.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, I watched it and I don't remember it as fondly as I did.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. I don't know.
It's kind of a top D tier thing. Like, it's nice. That's about it.
It's definitely better than Flubber.
No, it's not.
It's not.
No.
No, I
Flubber's
think
better.
it's a top D. Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
We had so many hot takes.
I'm
It's hard
okay
to
with
beat
putting it
Robin
top
Hood.
D, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm top D and fine with that.
What about
right.
Fright Night? The two.
Yeah,
The Fright Night
Yeah.
remake was
Same here.
incredible.
I
Yes,
actually like
David
the.
Tennant
I
was-
actually like.
Fright Night. And I
Colin
know
Farrell is actually like really good as the vampire. Like
Yes.
really like.
David Tennant,
like-
I didn't know who he was because I didn't watch Doctor Who, and I love every minute he was in the film.
and also too,
Even
I
like-
saw
Great
I-
remake.
it in theaters and I saw it in 3D. And this is
Yeah,
some
we
of
saw it in
the
3D. Me and Jordan did. It was amazing.
Yeah, so this is one of the best uses of 3D that I've ever seen because they
Yeah.
actually use like a little bit of slow motion to kind of slow down the 3D element just slightly to where it just really popped on screen. Like if you ever get a chance to see Fright Night in 3D, like do yourself a favor. It is good in 3D.
Yeah, it is very good. I
And
would put
the
it.
kids-
I would put it C. Solid. I think it's solid
Yeah.
C.
No,
I
I
didn't see it.
think it's absolutely higher than that.
B.
It's higher than that, but like
B, yeah, like I'd even do B. Like I thought that was
yeah,
great.
yeah,
It's definitely better than The Ring. The Ring is just, oh, no.
Yeah, I'd
It's
actually
definitely
say
better
it's
than
better
The
than The Ring.
Let's
Absolutely.
see, hang on. All right.
Yeah. Should we?
Oh yeah, and then Anton Yelchin too. Like he was great. in it.
Yes.
I even didn't mind the David Blaine kind of knockoff thing that they were doing with the
I
guy.
love
Yeah, right.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's the whole like weird cocky magician guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
put it right there. That's a
David
good spot
Tennant.
for it.
David Tennant. Yeah, I
Spot,
didn't
actually,
mind the
right?
David Tennant, David Blaine kind of like knockoff thing they were going for there.
Love David Tennant. My favorite Doctor.
I think
I
you did
agree.
that spot. Would you agree? All right. All right.
And
You guys.
also,
Because someone said they hate it on Dread, which is probably one of my favorite.
Oh yeah,
remakes.
Dread.
I hated
Yeah,
Dread.
we're gonna do the Dread.
Dread
I
was
love
better than
Dredd.
Judge
No.
Dredd by far.
Are
oh
you
yeah,
kidding?
100%. Dread is
No, Judge Dredd is terrible. Really? You
I think-
like
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Dread is
Good, no,
Dread is
yeah,
Dread is-
No.
like that.
Speaking of 3D, seeing Dread in 3D was
Dread is
He doesn't take his helmet off the whole movie, and it's amazing because of it.
Dread is
I
right
can't get over
there.
that to this
Between
day.
It deserves a
RoboCop,
sequel.
between
It
RoboCop.
deserves a sequel. I
it
think.
does deserve a sequel. I would
No.
say
Why it's not that high? It's
yeah,
not
I
good.
think
The
I
first
think
one wasn't
so.
good to begin with.
Incredible 3D.
It's not better than that.
The 3D was incredible when I saw it.
Yeah,
I'm
if you
sorry,
see
it is. It's just like 90 minutes of like pure action. Carl Urban is amazing as Dredd,
amazing.
and you never
What?
see the mask.
I
S
say
tier?
S tier.
Are you-
S
Yeah,
tier.
actually, like,
No,
No way in hell.
no,
This is one of my
No way in hell.
so
That's
bad.
like
Yeah.
saying that.
Top B. I'll give it top B. Top B.
Yeah.
I give it A.
Top
Top
B.
A.
We
B.
can split it and maybe do like a
B.
bottom. What do you think about
The
that?
first movie kind of sucked
No.
as it is, and then the remake
Leave it.
wasn't that much better. Didn't add anything to the character.
I disagree with you wholeheartedly that it's not
Yeah.
better than the original.
Just look, just at him being able to actually enunciate his words bumped it up multiple spots for me.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can understand what he's
And
saying.
Lena Hemsley was
absolutely
so
okay
good
with
at
that.
his villain. Like,
Yeah.
No,
The way that
Ma? Yeah, I'm sorry.
It
Ma
it is not
amazing.
better than Fright Night.
that's awesome.
Let's put it behind Fright Night and behind Gone in 60 Seconds
No,
because I love that movie.
No, I can't do it. I'd say bottom A. We'll keep it bottom A.
yeah, it's so
I don't even put it
bad. I want
Yeah,
a sequel so bad.
No,
compromise and just put it at the bottom.
hell no. Yes, leave it right there.
Compromising.
But yeah, I would. The other
Strike
one,
that movie.
Man from Uncle, I really liked.
Like
Ew.
Man from
Oh, yeah,
Uncle.
at the bottom here. Yeah, I actually love Man from Uncle. That's
I
one's a
love
solid.
Man from Uncle. Henry
I didn't
Cavill.
love it.
and-
I didn't hate it. I thought it was just okay.
I really
It really
liked
wasn't like it's an
Armie
amazing
Hammer
movie. I'm not
and-
gonna watch it again.
I really
Well,
liked
I want to
Armie
hate
Hammer
Armie
and
Hammer.
Henry
Yeah.
Cavill.
Everything going on.
I saw it once, and that's the only time I'll see it again because it's like it's not one of those movies that's
I
rewatchable.
really liked
Vikander.
Armie Hammer, Valisa Vikander, and Henry Cavill, and I really did like the three of
But
them.
they weren't
Everything
the
that
original
they
Man
are
from Uncle.
in is
Man
amazing.
from Uncle was a TV show. Was
Yep,
it a
it was.
movie?
I'd say it's solid B tier. I put it ahead of King Kong. I would.
I
put it
didn't
ahead of
see
King
it, so I
Kong.
can't rate it. I didn't see it.
I would rank it.
I saw it, but I wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is a great movie.
I
I
put
saw
it.
it and
I
walked.
put
I was
it
like,
ahead
eh,
of King
it was
Kong.
okay.
Like
was
I
a
put it
popcorn
ahead of King Kong because King Kong's not
No.
really. Yes.
King Kong's a fun movie.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
I put it ahead of
No,
King
it's,
Kong.
there's an hour of
No.
slop that's not necessary. It's
No.
not. There's an hour of that film that's
agree with
not
that.
necessary.
Not necessary. I would put it right there. I think.
Yeah, I 100% would put it there. That's where I put
I'd
it.
put it
Right
ahead
before thinking-
Of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
I would too.
I'd rather watch
I would
Pendulum 1, 2,
too.
3 than that Mile movie. Pendulum
I would
1, 2,
maybe
3 I
move
can
it
watch
right-
again and
right
again.
there.
Pelham 1 to 3 a little bit too high.
Yeah, I think so too. It's a little too high, but I think that's a solid spot for Man from Uncle.
Why?
Yeah,
Why? It's literally a popcorn
It is
movie. There's
awesome.
nothing,
It's like
there's nothing memorable about it.
I disagree with you.
Like
As
I didn't
said,
watch the movie and go like, oh my
Armie
gosh, it's just
Hammer-
solid amazing film.
Armie
Look,
Hammer
I-
and Henry Cavill, their little stick that they go back and forth, their banter, their kind of
Funny
always
guy.
at their necks. I'm sorry, it's a great buddy cop.
Okay,
film.
I'll back
I'm
out of it
sorry.
because, as I said, I just thought it was a popcorn film. I didn't think it was anything incredible. Yeah, I felt like I wasted $10 on it, and I was like, okay.
really.
The whole his father
Yeah.
watched funny gag, and that he always had to try to find his father watch that get taken, and like all the time. So funny in the film. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it's kind of a spy movie, just a little bit. I mean, it has those kind of hints at like being a spy
It's a Guy
movie.
Ritchie movie at which he go back to making, like that and The Gentleman, not like Aladdin or some of the other
I
stuff.
liked Guy Ritchie,
Right.
and I love Guy Ritchie films. Me and
So-
Emma were
Yeah.
talking about this. I just
You're a
saw
huge
The
Guy Ritchie
Gentleman.
fan, Chris.
This
Come
is
on.
not The Gentleman. The Gentleman is
Yeah.
a great movie.
Yeah, lately don't have any.
Brutal, it's bloody, it's awesome.
There's another one too on this list that I don't think are on here that I don't think is a remake, but please tell me if it is. Apocalypse Now
It's not
is
a
on
remake.
this list. That is
Is
not a remake. Inspired,
Let me just double check.
yes. Remake, no.
No, remake. I'm just double checking because I thought it was.
It was another one that's based on a novel, but it's also inspired by other Vietnam war films.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
not a remake.
It's not a remake.
Yeah. I wouldn't say so. We'll leave that one off. Yeah.
I was
think
there, and I'm like, unless there's something I don't know.
I think it's loosely
Apocalypse
based
Now
on
is a
some
masterpiece.
stuff,
That would
yeah.
be
It's great.
S tier for
Otherwise, it
everyone.
would have been S tier all the way.
yeah, right.
The same problem with I looked at 21 Jump Street. I don't remember
All right.
that came out.
There was no
21
other
Jump
movie
Street,
before 21 Jump Street.
Yeah.
No. And
But the remake
I
of the
will
TV
I will
that's the thing.
fight
love those
against
movies.
21 Jump Street. I hate 21 Jump Street.
I love
Really?
those.
Oh, I
Oh,
love 21
Hate
Jump
it.
Street.
Oh,
This is like
Love
a-
those movies.
All right, I will
But
tell
it's
you
not a
why.
remake.
So
I'm
hard.
gonna no. Well, it's a remake of the TV show. It is
But
in
that
a
doesn't
weird
count.
reboot of it. It's reboots or remakes, right?
Oh, it counts, yeah. So it's like
Yeah, TV shows count.
So is Man from Uncle remake of the TV shows, you know.
Yeah.
But
It
me,
I
is-
love it. I think it's S tier, hands down. I
No,
could watch that
no,
movie
It's
again and
not
again.
S tier. It's not S tier.
No, this is absolutely terrible because
I
no,
mean, that's
what
what I-
they did to this film was a tragedy. My wife introduced me to the original
What?
series, 21 Jump
The
Street.
original series is great. I loved it.
It's
But this
solid.
is just hilarious.
This is
It's really good.
stupid. No, it's stupid.
I
It
didn't
is
think it was stupid.
absolutely it is stupid. It is very stupid. You turned a very
Oh.
serious idea
What?
into a
Wasn't
schlocky
a
comedy.
serious idea to begin with.
What,
It was
21
not.
Jump Street? The idea? No, I mean, it's
Okay.
they took it very serious.
All right.
Did you watch 21 Jump Street growing up?
Okay, can I say something? Yes, I watched 21 Jump Street religiously. Every single night it was on TV. Okay? But this movie was not stupid. It was a lot of fun. It was hilarious. It kind of took it took what 21 Jump Street set up with the iconic opening, blow smoke off the gun.
guys, I have to
It made
get
it more
going
fun.
because I have to have work
So
after this.
I think you were on whatever the coach was offering in that film because it is an atrocious film. This is a terrible
Not
film.
like American Pie? That's what it kind of reminds me of that. It kind of has that kind of comedy.
But American Pie had no problem. When you go into American Pie, it is the raunchy comedy that it is. 21 Jump Street, by calling itself 21 Jump Street, you think you're going to get what was going on, in the original series. Maybe it's a little forward on it, and that's fine. I get that. This is a schlocky comedy, and I cannot stand it. It is not good. I don't buy the chemistry between Jonah Hill and I don't buy them. No, this is a terrible
It's
film.
an example of a movie where they took it in a completely different direction, and it actually worked. Like it actually worked. Like
It doesn't work. How can you tell me this
It 100%
works?
works.
I am somewhere.
No.
I'm somewhere in between all you guys. I don't think it's a piece.
Yeah,
I don't
love
think it's a piece of schlock.
I don't find this movie funny. It is not funny.
Oh man,
It's
at all.
one of
hilarious.
my
No.
beats of all
He-
time.
he-
Finally
he-
realized
he-
Schmidt slept with the captain's daughter. Schmidt slept with the captain's
Yes.
daughter.
No.
Like the moment that you see him realize that, it's just like,
Yeah.
oh my god! I was like laughing so hard I couldn't breathe. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Nope.
it's so
Like literally, I saw this with Jordan. We laughed out loud the whole time throughout the entire
from
movie.
start to finish, it was just so
Hard to finish.
funny.
I'm sorry. I will put this down in F clearly, but you guys
Oh,
want it
no.
higher.
Now,
But I cannot abide by you
I-
saying it's an
I-
S tier.
I
It
would-
is not
I-
S tier in any.
Here's what I'd say. I'd put it in B tier. I don't think it's a. I don't think it's because of schlock. They clearly just decided to take the 21 Jump Street film in another direction. They went comedy with it as opposed to taking the serious, since the TV show took the serious route. But
the
I'm
TV show
not
has
a
comedy
fan.
too.
I am not like the humor.
Well,
is
every
suggested,
serious show
and
does
the
have
hu-
comedic
The humor
relief.
is not
It's
my
not a
cup of tea.
comedy.
I
This
don't
is a
think it's
comedy,
bad
one way
film.
around.
I was not a fan of the humor. I think the humor it's not great.
I love it. I like the
Actually,
crude
love
humor.
that.
I don't want to
Yeah,
watch
same here.
some like
Love it.
I don't know.
I'm
I-
fine with the
I think
top
we're
of
getting
B
way
tier,
too
but
many
I
kid
just,
movies
I
out there.
can't.
And this was
I
not a
can't-
kid movie. Then again, I don't have
No.
kids.
Oh
so I'm
no,
like,
it's not a
yay.
kid movie.
It's
I
not
love
a
this
good
not a kid
movie. It's fine. It was fine.
For a movie that's not a kid movie, it's very childish. It
I
is.
love that it's
Yeah.
crude. I love that it's like
But
to
it
me,
works though. It just works with them like
me,
being just
yes.
like bumbling idiots kind of, and having just like really quippy
Yeah.
kind of like humor that like it's still kind of stupid humor, but still like very
Yes.
quippy and then just like hilarious. It's
yes.
And wait, hold on. I will say, the thing I did laugh at is when Johnny Depp and I can't remember his partner. They came in and they're like, "You're Jump
Yes.
Street? You're Jump Street? Yeah, we're Jump Street!" And they're having this moment, and then you killed Johnny Depp.
Then
You
you kill
killed Johnny Depp. Who do you
Hilarious.
think you are?
I thought
yeah.
it was hilarious. Oh
I
my
mean,
god.
And I'll
Yeah.
admit,
That was
I
so
laughed, but afterwards I told my wife the same thing. Who do you think you are, killing Johnny Depp?
I mean, very smart apparently. Now look at it.
Oh my gosh,
But
I love
you
it.
know,
It is.
it's
compromise.
to me it's
Not that
fine.
low.
It is a fine movie. I feel how Chris feels about Man from Uncle. It's fine. It's fine. It's a fine movie. I spent $10 on it. It was fine. That's how I feel.
One of the movies where I went in with like really low expectations and I was blown away, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that just like took it from like my
And see, I
level to a 10 for me." Like just
and to me, like I saw a lot of reviews that were coming out for it, where I was really paying attention to the reviews back then, like Rotten Tomatoes, and I saw the review. I'm like, oh, so this is going to be a really good movie because
I don't trust Rotten Tomatoes at all.
I don't either. I don't
Yeah.
either. I'm just saying that it was back when I was
Oh, yeah.
paying
I
attention
get
to that
that.
stuff.
you take a little stock in it, but
And
not
I
a
felt
lot.
it was fine. It's fine.
Nick Offerman, the captain, and also
It was a
Ice
way to spend
too,
time.
having both of them in there is just
Especially
especially
It was magic.
To me, it also suffers from the fact
the second one though, but I mean, still,
22 Jump Street was just all right.
No, I hated that even worse. And that ending of a 23 Jump Street. 24, we're going to space.
That's awesome.
25,
Love
back through time. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
No.
The fact that when the sequel came out, they're like, we're going to have you do the exact same thing. We're just going to do it exactly the same way again. And the sequel is literally almost a copy of the first one, but in college. And I love that. But we're not debating the sequel. But still,
it's a fine. Both of those were a fine.
We can move on, guys.
I have one that
the mechanic, guys.
Which one?
The mechanic with Jason Statham.
I don't know. Is that a remake?
I don't know that one.
It is a remake, 100% remake.
Oh yeah, it's a remake. I don't know. I can't remember who's in the original. I almost want to say Steve McQueen again, but I don't know.
No, I don't think it is. Hold on.
Yeah, I want to look it up.
We got it so
And then afterwards, can we talk about? I think afterwards, I want to talk about Mr. Deeds.
I love
yeah.
that movie.
All right.
Oh, the original mechanic was with Charles Bronson. That's who it meant.
Oh, dude, Charles Bronson is just Charles Bronson.
Yep. So, I mean, I've never seen the mechanic, but like it's one of those movies.
Mechanic was a fun, was a solid remake. Charles Bronson's better, of course, but it's a solid remake. I thought it was a fun movie.
You look up what are Jason Statham's best movies? Always the mechanics at the top of every list, as well as the Transporter. Those two are always high on the list that I see.
Yeah,
I gotta rank it really high.
Here's the thing. Like, if we're going, I would give it the Little Shop of Horrors argument that we had, like when we were talking about Little Shop of Horrors. It is I feel like Jason Statham, for better or for worse, he is like the ultimate like B action star. Like it's like his best films are like never going to be above B, but they're so great. It can be that, like, you know, it's always a top of
actor that exists. Like he's like the rock of B movie actor.
I will literally see any movie with Statham in it. Like that's how much I love Statham.
Yeah,
he's a great actor.
I would too.
I'm just saying, like, he is undeniably our greatest, like, our modern day, like, greatest B action.
I would say it is definitely above The Grudge for sure.
Oh yeah. I think that. I mean, I've never seen it actually, so I can't really say. But I've seen the trailers, and my anticipation's high. This is one I want to watch. It'll probably be on Blind Spot soon. But what do you guys think? Like,
I would rewatch it again with you.
Top of D.
I would be even okay putting it at the top of there right now. Top of D.
Okay, I'm totally good with that. All right.
What were you wanting to talk about next, JD?
You have any
I want to talk about Mr. Deeds. I have not watched it.
Oh my gosh, I love that movie.
That was my childhood. Like that was
my childhood. There's one of my favorite actors of all time, even like with all the like crazy like.
And that is one of my favorite throwback like movies. Adam Sandler. Yeah, I love it.
Remake of Mr.
S tier for sure.
Not S tier. I don't know about S tier. A tier.
I'll give it a solid B. That I would say
A tier maybe. A tier maybe.
But I mean, that's like one of those ones that like Like I even bought pop figures for it. That's how much I loved that movie.
Really? You bought
Yeah,
pop
like
figures.
that whole penguin scene is seriously one of the greatest scenes.
So
Oh,
you're facing a very difficult thing here
Madison.
because the original Mr. Deeds, first of all, I believe it's an Academy Award winning film. That's a tough.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yes.
So I never saw the original Mr. Deeds. I know nothing about it.
Academy Award
Mr.
winning
Deeds
film.
Goes to Town.
Then we got this. That might
Yeah, Mr. Deeds Goes to Town, which was Frank Capra film.
Oh, wow.
Gary Cooper.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Gary Cooper.
Okay.
Won Frank Capra Best Director. Was also nominated for
Capra's
Best
amazing.
Picture, Best Actor, Best Original
Wow.
Story, Best Sound, all of that. So, still, Best Director gave Frank Capra his Oscar. Mr. Deeds is another one of those that's like Adam Sandler is charming. I love the butler.
Yes,
I love the butler in this.
Yeah, the butler. It was like stabbing in his burnt foot or whatever, and he
Yeah.
foot. I mean, that's a funny gag, but
It's
I mean,
a charming film. It's not one of Adam Sandler's greatest, but he's definitely understated in this role.
Yeah.
I actually, it's one of my favorite. Like to me, it's like my first introduction to Adam Sandler is Happy Gilmore. Like it's not Happy Gilmore level, but like
It's up.
It's like
It's up there.
like, a lot of people like Billy Madison. A lot of people like Billy Madison.
Love Billy Madison.
That's my favorite Adam Sandler
That
movie.
passed me by, but like me, it's like to me, it's like my second favorite of like his comedies. Like I really do like this movie. It's like Mr. Deeds.
Yeah.
It's right. It's like number 2, right below Happy Gilmore for me.
I don't know. It's a little lower than that for me because like honestly, I love Happy Gilmore. I love Billy Madison. I love The Waterboy. I enjoy those films.
The Waterboy's amazing. Yes.
Big Daddy.
Mr.
I'm not a
Deeds,
huge fan of The
and I love
Waterboy.
Big Daddy. Big Daddy's one of my favorites.
Oh yeah.
This isn't one I go back to regularly. It's not bad. It's just forgettable at times.
It is. Yeah, like it's kind of forgettable, and I think it may not even crack my top 10 Adam Sandler movies. Honestly, like he has some.
It's not bad.
like-
That's the thing.
Yeah,
It's not a bad film.
So it's kind of funny. So now that we're talking about all those other movies, I think I might even blend like other parts of other movies together with Mr. Deeds.
I think you were thinking because you mentioned the penguin scene. That's Billy Madison.
Yes.
No, I'm thinking of Mr. Deeds. To me, Mr. Deeds is my number 2, but it's because
I'd put like Uncut Gems higher.
I didn't really like Uncut Gems. Oh no, why?
What's the one about like 9/11 where he loses a friend in 9/11? That one, I would put that over it. I mean, there's several movies I would put above Mr. Deeds. At least.
Okay, so we're talking about the remake here.
I'm talking comedies. I'm not talking his films overall. I'm talking.
Yeah, we're not talking
comedy.
about those movies. Yep.
What about Airheads then? We got Bulletproof. You have Big Daddy. You have Little Nick.
Yeah, I'd still put Mr. Deeds above a lot of those. Like I liked Big Daddy. I like
Anger Management. You
I
have
love
The
it.
Longest
I'm not a fan
I
of
love
because
that.
You have Flick. If I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry, you don't mess with the Zohan. I mean, he's got so many bedtime.
I didn't
stories.
like Don't Mess with the Zohan.
Don't mess with the Zohan, really? Yeah, let's not go there.
It's one of the stupidest
yeah,
movies
Again,
ever
I
made.
think this is another list to the future that we rate Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be down for that because
I'd be down for definitely a.
We need.
I think it's a solid
to
beer.
get the musicals first.
We need to do musicals. Let's do musicals.
Yeah.
That'll take a long time.
Although Jordan's like, I'm gonna go ahead and nap.
If we did musical, I'd be asleep in the corner while you guys just debate because I'm just like they bore me to death.
All right. So there are a couple on here that. Where do we want Mr. Deeds then? Because we gotta.
You think? I think a solid B.
I think it's solid B. Like I don't think
B. Yeah, it's B. I'm fine with B.
It's solid B. It's
all right. You have any top ones?
So Magnificent Seven is not a good remake.
No.
I've seen the originals 1 and 2, and they're amazing.
I had a lot of fun with the Magnificent Seven. I actually,
I'd say I think it's solid C. I think it's a solid C movie. It's not as good as the original,
but compared to the original,
We should talk.
We're not comparing it to the original though. We're talking about just best remakes and reboots. And to me, it's a solid C. It's
Denzel Washington. I mean, come on, and like he was like led that movie. I think like he was, and then also Ethan.
Denzel Washington was really good. I really liked. There are a lot of things I liked about it. To me,
I thought we are comparing it to the old movies, though.
To me, it's a solid C.
Favorite actors. Yeah, I'd say a solid B. Like, yeah, I think that it was.
Yeah, C or B. I think it's a solid C or B. It's not as good as
I'm
the
fine
original.
with putting it at the bottom of B if we're going to do that. But it's not as good as Magnificent Seven or Magnificent Seven Rides Again. Yeah.
No, but we're not comparing it to its original. We're just talking about the movie quality. And to me, it's solid.
We can compare it a little bit to the original, but I mean, that's not really the main focus.
Yeah, that's not the focus.
That was the point of this, to compare it to the original one.
Yeah.
See how good it was compared to the original one.
Yeah.
A little bit, but like again, it's still ultimately the question is what is the best remakes and reboots? Not is it better?
Okay. Well, then maybe I kind of started to miss the point then of this. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Well, I think that like comparing it to the original does factor in, but it's not going to be like the ultimate decision.
Like it's not comparing it to the original is going to prevent it from being like like B or like A or S tier, but like
okay. So with that in mind, then if we're just doing it as a movie alone, it does a good job with the story.
Yes.
It's a solid, fun movie. I would even say it is definitely better than 310 to Yuma. 310 to Yuma is pretty good, but Magnificent Seven's better. Better cast, better story.
It's a tough. Magnificent Seven and like 310 to Yuma is tough to me because I really do like Russell Crowe in 310 to Yuma. I wasn't here when we talked about it, but him and Christian Bale's relationship, I really do like.
Same here.
To me, that's a tough one to put it over that one.
So I'm okay with putting it beneath 310 to Yuma.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I think that's
solid. And Ben Foster is also really amazing as like the ultimate antagonist.
That's what we were just talking about earlier. Loved Ben Foster in there.
That like turned me on to Ben Foster as like a great actor. I'm like, this guy's gonna be going places.
Why has Ben Foster never become like such a like he's always talked about like as a great actor, but he never like made it to like the A-list. To me, absolutely. Also, True Grit. Arguably is better than its arguably better than its
I'd say
no. It's a horrible movie. F.
No, it is not. Really?
It is not an F.
Hold on. How do you win Oscars and you put it in F tier? How do you win the Oscars and put it in F?
They give an Oscar to the Coen brothers just for farting in a bag, basically.
Right, yeah.
All right. Okay.
But, no, seriously, this is an S tier. Introduce us to Haley Steinfeld, who's amazing.
Oscar movies, I can't stand.
I am not a Western fan. I'll admit that. I have very few Westerns on my list that I will watch this over and over again. True Grit, I watched because I didn't see the original. I watched this, then I watched the original.
The original
I was so impressed by this film that I would watch this again as just a film.
In that role for me.
He's great as Rooster Cogburn.
He's great as Rooster Cogburn. Oh my God. No.
Rooster Cogburn. No one ever played.
No, I agree.
Where is it on here though? Here, that's.
I hate this movie. I hate the Coen
Brothers. This movie I actually walked out of the theater, so halfway through, I couldn't take it anymore, and I walked out. It was so bad.
I think it's an amazing movie. I'm sorry.
I agree.
It's S tier. It's definitely S tier.
Are you gonna give me my money back?
No, it's not G. It is.
Why is JD and I agree? Why are JD and I agreeing on everything today? What is going on here?
Yeah, it's like an alternate universe or something. But like, I didn't even buy Matt Damon in the role. Like,
no. Matt Damon is great. Is like the the cowardly like Texas.
I'm okay with putting it in E if you guys want to put it in E, but not any higher.
If you're not going to put it in S tier, then at least it's an A tier.
It's an A tier movie. It is an A tier movie.
Haley Steinfeld, though. Haley Steinfeld was the one stand-up
that I love. It's the Coen brothers. They're literally a waste of space.
If you don't put this in A tier, you're going to have riots. You're
I
going
would dig
to
a
have
hole
riots.
and throw them in the same hole. That M.
This
Night
is one movie
Shyamalan
that
movie.
you just have to compare to the original. I just think because the original just does
The
something
original's
that this one can't even
terrible. What are you
touch.
talking
It's
about?
awesome.
Like, I'm
The
sorry.
original
but,
is
like,
not terrible in this. No, you're far wrong. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'd be okay putting it in. No, B. I gotta go B. Like
B.
I want
no,
to
it's
put F.
A.
I don't know
A.
what you're
It is
talking
A.
about. Coen brothers
B.
and
I thought it
Coen brothers
It's
have made
A. It
some
is-
of my favorite films of all time. I don't know where
Yeah.
you're coming
What
from.
Birdman
I'm not
reading?
huge
No,
fan
it's
of
not.
it either,
It's
but I
not.
don't hate
It's not B tier. It is not a B tier movie. It is not. It is. If
Nope.
you do not put this in A
Nope.
tier, you are going to have riots.
Good.
It's an
I
A
hope
movie.
we do. Maybe people will
Yeah,
finally
right.
realize.
I hope we do have riots because this movie deserves riots.
Because you guys want to put it.
so much.
I
I
think
don't know
it
why
should
they
be
like
A
it.
tier because
Are we?
You
Wait,
wanna
are we
put it-
split on this? Are we really split?
Yeah,
We
like
are
we're
absolutely
split.
split because I hate
All right,
this.
Yeah.
hold on. Then hold
I
on, hold
hate
on,
this
hold on.
movie. Hate
So two of
this
us say
movie.
A. What do you the other two say?
F. I say F. I
F.
hate
I
this
see.
movie.
This is too far a difference, and it is not worth C. It is way
Yeah.
too better to be in the middle of that. I'm sorry. I would no.
I
This is
don't
my
get
You know,
the
argument.
I can see
question.
it giving
Either
you B, but
it
that's all I
goes
can do.
on as an A tier at least, or we keep it off the list entirely.
exactly, exactly.
Okay,
I
can we-
refuse
that.
to be
Because
okay with that.
to me,
Whatever.
to me, putting it in the B tier is a travesty.
No, it's not.
I'd rather have it off the list. I'd rather have it off the
I'd
list.
rather have it off the list.
I'd rather have it off the list.
We're
All
gonna
right,
have
let's have it off the list. I'm fine.
Kick it
Yeah,
off
that
the
one-
list. Kick it off the
Okay.
list.
They still
Look
kind
it
of
off the
win,
list.
but yeah. So there is
But-
one though that I wanted
Pick
to
it up
look
the
at.
list, put it in the barrel, burn it, so no one ever has to have their eyes seared
Yes,
again.
No,
exactly.
we're gonna come back to westerns at some westerns of the 20th century and the
Yeah.
To me,
I'm
honestly,
happy with
this is an S tier movie. This is an S tier
No.
movie.
I agree with you.
Not remotely.
It isn't. So
Not remotely,
A
it's
tier was
trash.
in the middle. Like
trash garbage.
No, it's not trash.
TRASH capital.
All right, all right.
Let's
So
agree.
there's another
We
film.
agree on something.
There's another one on here. I'm a huge fan of this film. I'm not saying it's super high. The Power Rangers movie.
Oh yeah.
No,
So no, hold on.
I didn't like the Power
Actually, I
Rangers to
enjoyed
begin
it.
with.
The Power Rangers movie does something that I have wanted to see for years, and that was aging
I
it up
actually
a
love
bit.
this movie.
It doesn't feel
Yeah,
schlocky.
Okay, well, I'll
It
let you guys
doesn't.
debate it because I didn't really. Well, so I was at an age when the Power Rangers came on TV that
Same.
I aged kind of
I
past
think
it.
we all were.
I did.
But the thing
I aged perfectly with it. I loved it. I have kids now, and when I can, I watch Power Rangers
I
with them.
actually
When I
loved it.
can.
I thought it was great. I give it a solid
I
B.
think this
But
was
I
a
know
natural
you've met the
progression.
Green Ranger, Jordan, and you're the nicest human beings.
He is.
Yeah, so like-
Jason
Well,
David
I've met
Frank.
Jason David Frank. I have pictures with him and autographs. I have all that. Yep, like he's an awesome guy. But
He's a
still,
great guy.
I still love this movie. And Jason David Frank is a cameo at the end with
Yeah, and a
The Pink
deleted
Ranger.
scene. And a
Yeah,
deleted
right.
Amy Jo Johnson. Yeah. The thing
Yeah.
about this film is that the first and the third act are really good. Like they're really
Yeah.
good. The design choices are really good, and you gave Zordon motivation.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy
Zor- yeah.
cow! It works. The only
And
my
the backstory to Zordon, showing that he
This
used to be a
is-
Power Ranger and all that. I thought that was great.
gripes. I have two gripes with this film, which make it lower for me. Number one is Rita. I'm not a big fan. I want
love
my
her.
Rita to be menacing, but there is a certain schlockiness that I did want in my Rita. Not all the way, but I wanted a
Yeah.
little of that in there. And the product placement, when she's sitting there
Yeah, the
eating the
product
Krispy
placement.
Kreme, I was
Yeah,
like,
then they
come
blow
on.
up
And then
the whole
the
entire Krispy
worst-
Kreme restaurant.
the worst
Yeah.
travesty in this film is
Product
that
placement.
they used the Power Rangers theme once, and they didn't even do a remake. They just used the exact same one they used in the 1995 Power Ranger movie, and they used it once. This was a
Which is-
terrible use, because that's a great song. It's a
Yeah,
great
they could have
song.
used it better. Like I actually love the composer, Ron Wasserman. I got to give a shout out to the Power Rangers Redux album, which they take all the music from the original TV show and like amp it up, like and make it kind of heavy
Like,
metal.
they
sound.
gave our characters more character. I mean, Billy being autistic, like okay,
Yeah,
and they did it right, and he was black. Like,
yeah, and he was actually
they
yeah,
switched it
I-
around. You had
I-
Kimberly being or the Yellow
Didn't
Ranger.
make the black guy the Black
Ranger.
Ranger.
Yeah, all of
Yep.
it works
I feel like me and
so
Chris.
well. It has a lot of heart.
Just don't care.
It just
Because
is
I
a
don't
little
really care.
long in that. It's a little long in the second act,
I
and
love
Saw it in
horror.
theaters.
Bryan
I-
Cranston as Zordon was great casting. I thought that was amazing. Like
I feel this is a good.
Bryan Cranston's an amazing actor. Okay, so
This
I'll
is
say
a
that.
good B movie place. This is a lower B. It's a lower
you
B
could
to
watch
me, and
it
I'm
on
okay.
the toilet. and
I'm
it'd be
okay with
amazing.
wherever you guys want to put it. Seriously,
Yeah,
I
wherever
really
you
don't
want to
problem
put
with
it. Like
I would say lower
You
B.
guys like
I'm-
are obsessed with this movie. Okay,
I would
you
say
can put
lower
it
B
S tier
too, like-
one.
lower B. Yeah.
this is like the
I'm
complete
fine with that.
opposite.
Wow.
Like,
Just
we
read
need
it.
JD,
just like
JD,
sitting
we're
here in
giving them the
corner here.
opportunity to put it wherever they want to, and they put it in B.
Yeah,
I would
No,
have
we've
to
already
say,
been like going on like
yeah.
I'm
Well,
pretty
like, I would
sure
put it a little
Chris
higher,
just
like,
like totally
I would
fanboyed.
put it right
Do
Yeah,
we
here.
yeah,
need to give you a room, Chris?
100%. Like they,
I love
they're
Power
talking
Rangers.
like it's an A tier movie.
Do we
but
need to
it's
give you a room?
Wait, you want to move it to A tier? Let's move it to A tier then.
Yeah,
A tier, then baby. A tier.
The
way you guys are-
A
the way-
tier.
S
Let
tier.
it
The way you
glide.
guys were
Wait,
talking
hold on.
about it,
Hey,
like
hey,
when you guys
hold
were
on,
gonna put it in B, was like
I
really.
think B.
Hey, JD.
Right? I
can
was
we
like,
sneak-
I
JD.
think they're basically
sneak through grit in
gasming
here
the
and they
whole
won't
time.
notice?
Okay.
You must have
Can
not
we
done
This
it
is
before.
like a
Grit
total
into A tier?
nerdgasm, and they wanted to put it in B.
Yeah,
Why?
why?
Because it's so exciting. I was like,
Oh,
this is like a Yahtzee moment.
Yeah, I didn't get it. Like they could put it wherever they want, and they were
So,
gonna put it in B.
I know we've got like 10, 15 minutes till we need to kind of wrap it up and decide our top 10 and bottom 10.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
This
Okay.
is okay.
Sorry, just
This
got
Power
on the
Rangers
show,
signed
but
by-
oh my
by
gosh,
G-
that's
Okay,
exactly what it was.
I'm
I am
a
perfectly
fan.
Very-
Sorry.
okay. Top 10,
Anyways.
bottom 10. Okay, let's scroll. How many do we have
Yeah.
up in S tier and F tier currently?
1, 2,
So we
3,
got-
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 in S and G tier.
I think the
And we
bottom
have
one-
1, 2, 3, 4, 12. We have 12.
Okay,
I'm gonna allow-
I
I'll
would
have to
take.
so we can
ooh.
with that, but
Yeah,
only a
I
top-
haven't seen any other ones overall in what we have left that say S tier to me.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. That's. I feel like we got to look at the A tier and put a couple. Look
Oh,
at A tier.
We're gonna have to
I'm gonna just
So Cape Fear is definitely an S tier for me.
no,
Cape Fear.
No.
What is Cape Fear? I know it. I know I saw it.
But of course, it's not as good as the original one with
Now, look,
Uh,
here's the thing about Cape Fear.
Counselor.
The best thing about Cape Fear is the Simpsons
Yeah.
parody. That's the best thing about Cape Fear, by far.
Yeah,
the original
I agree.
of Cape Fear was
think-
amazing.
I don't think it's S tier, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not S tier. You're right. Never
I've,
mind.
I've
I'm
never
trying to
seen
find
it.
an S
But
tier.
I feel like we need to we got to look at what we have in A tier for the top 10 and just
what about
look
Mission
vote
Impossible?
on-
I think Mission Impossible could be an A tier. What
I
about
think
that?
so
but
too.
again, we're looking for S
It's a
tier.
solid
We're looking-
movie. S tier.
I mean
Yes.
S tier. S tier. I'm saying S tier. Yeah.
Absolutely, Mission
I think that's like
Impossible
one of
is
the greatest franchises of all
I
time,
don't
and I
think-
love the original. Like better than some of the.
No, I feel like
Great.
I
there.
bought that whole complete collection recently, and it's amazing.
I don't think
Yeah,
it's
No,
S
I
tier,
love
though.
the first one. I'm not
First
a
one's
fan
great.
of the one, but I love that first one.
I've seen all the other ones. It's
And they
an
should have
S tier.
kept the original cast. I mean, Emilio Estevez in there. I can't
I
remember
don't
some of
think
the
it's.
actors that
I
are in there
love
that
the
should
Mission
have gone to the
Impossible
next-
series. I don't
shouldn't have
think
gone
this
on.
one is S tier. I think
I
it's.
think it is.
I
I
like
think
the.
it's S
There
tier.
are other Mission Impossible films I like more, and
I like
I.
Okay, I would
sorry.
say it's definitely at the
Like
top
Another
of
Son
A.
a
Then.
Woman. That's just me.
Yeah,
Here's
Not better
the
than
thing with
the
this. Like,
I don't think
it
it's
was-
top of
for
A.
sure.
when this was done, it was ambitious, very ambitious to do. And the mystery they keep you going through with the traitor and all of that through it, you didn't think it was John Voight, but it was, and like, I love it. It's just great. And then that tunnel scene, getting ready. This is, I'm going to agree. This is a lower S tier. This is a great action film.
I think it's the lower S tier. I'd be okay putting
I
it right above Miracle on 34.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that.
let's put it above that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's fair. I mean, the
Okay.
Birdcage is great. I don't know if I'll put it above
Birdcage
that.
is such a great movie. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But-
Let me see.
But the
Another
rest of them, I think we
really
should look at A tier
scream
because I
S
don't
to
see
me.
anything else on here that would be S tier.
Yeah, I'm gonna take one last looking.
I am too.
I'm gonna give everyone a chance to kind of look it over one more time, but we may just. Oh, what about True Lies? Is that a remake?
I don't think it's a remake.
I don't know if
No,
it's
it's
a
not a
remake, but
remake.
it's not an S tier.
Let me say True
It's
Lies.
a remake?
Is it?
No.
I don't think it is.
I don't know if it
Hold
is.
on.
True Lies is not a remake.
Hold on. It is based on the French comedy film La Totale.
Okay, so it is a remake.
The
But I
remake?
don't think it's S tier. I don't think it's
No,
S
it's not
tier.
S tier. No.
It's a great Arnold movie.
I don't know. Yeah, like it's.
I love that movie.
It's a great
Like in
Arnold
that
movie,
whole
but the
dance
great
scene
Arnold
with,
movie is not S tier. I'm
With
sorry.
his
I
wife
love
in the
Arnie.
bedroom. It was amazing.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yep.
I'm sorry. It's not S tier.
Jamie Lee
It's
Curtis
not
scene?
S tier.
that's one of the most paused movie moments. Come on.
It's a B
Yes.
tier. Arnie is a B tier. I'm sorry.
It's an S
I
tier for
love
me.
I love Arnie, but it's not like
Okay,
I'd
can we
say
go
an
ahead
S
and put
tier.
it? It is
I would put
definitely
it
better
just-
than.
4th Street. I don't even think
No, it's not S tier. I'm not gonna put it in S tier. It's
Which
not
one?
gonna.
Which one?
What about A tier? Would you put
No,
it A
it's
I'm
tier?
okay
not,
with putting
it's
it
not
top
top
of A.
tier. It's
Wait,
not
wait,
top
wait.
of
I'm
A
sorry.
tier.
Which film?
It may
True
be
Lies.
bottom of A tier.
No,
It's
no,
not-
no.
No, it's not
No
top
S
of A
tier.
tier.
No S tier on
Man.
that. It is a James Cameron film. The only James Cameron film that will ever get high praise for me is Titanic. Everything else is inferior.
You want to put it bottom of A tier?
I'll
I'm
argue
fine with bottom of A tier, but it's not S.
Yeah, we
tier.
could put
It's
it at
definitely better than
the bottom.
Judge Dredd.
It's not better than
I don't
Judge
know.
Dredd.
I kind of like Dredd maybe a little better, honestly, but
Yeah,
don't know.
I do too.
So I
Okay.
mean, I put it at the
I'm
bottom
okay
of
with
A.
putting it at the bottom of A tier.
But
think we're at
again,
the
it's
point
not
that
going to
we
make
need
it.
to-
We got to figure. We got 15
go,
minutes,
what could we
guys, and we
bump
got to
up?
figure out what's.
Yep, we
gotta
do.
Figure out what's.
I think we
Okay,
look
so-
at A's and what bumps up.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, I just think that it's a natural progression.
We only
to
need
put the,
one to
put the
bump up.
top
two.
ones up there, but
I guess one. Yeah, you're right. It's one. Okay.
It's one, just one.
I would
One.
take Father of the Bride.
I know you would. But no.
I take Scarface.
I'd maybe take Captain America or Jungle Book. Maybe
I
No.
would
I'd
argue.
take The Mummy. What about the Mummy?
No.
Ooh.
I wasn't here when we
Yeah.
talked about the Mummy.
Here's the
That's
thing.
tough.
I
The
want to
Mummy is
argue.
amazing. I'm sorry.
I just don't
first
want to put
Mummy, the
Titanic
first
in S
remake,
tier.
like
I'll have to
with
put my
Brendan
foot
Fraser,
down
is
on
amazing.
Titanic going up there.
Titanic, no. I'm not.
No.
Titanic.
No,
No,
no.
and also Rise of the Planet of the Apes. No, I will not.
The Dark
put that
Knight.
in S.
Dark Knight
Dark
is
Knight.
arguable and
Yeah,
arguable.
that one's arguable. Yeah,
I'm
mean,
gonna,
Dark-
you know what? Okay,
It's a
I'm gonna
solid
sit
film.
on this. I'm gonna go with Jungle Book. I would say Jungle Book deserves higher than where it's at.
I'd say Jungle Book deserves to be up there too because I loved that movie.
Yeah.
Jungle Book, I can
I'd
get
be okay with that.
behind Jungle Book. I can get behind
Yeah.
Jungle Book as S
All
tier.
right.
So lower S tier behind.
Yeah.
Behind
Miracle?
Miracle on 34.
Yeah, I think so.
yeah, right behind it. I think that. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think that's a good spot for
And
it.
then we
We
gotta
have our
look at
10
we
spot.
gotta look at G tier. Next is
So the
G.
G
Well,
tier.
G is so much easier. So much easier.
Was there any movies that deserve to be moved up out of G tier? Maybe as an F, like maybe Lady Killers. That's the only one I could think of. Maybe be an F.
Okay, can I argue Dumbo should be lower F?
Yeah,
Because
I mean,
at
I'd
the
be alright
very-
with that.
I know
No.
the rule is don't go full Burton, but at least
No.
he tried to do something
I can't.
different with
I
it.
can't.
It wasn't just
I can get behind Lady Killers. I cannot get behind Dumbo. I just
no.
I can't get behind
no,
Dumbo.
No, I could sit behind Dumbo being a little higher than that.
I'd be okay with moving Lady Killers to the end of F.
Yeah, I'm fine with Lady Killers, but yeah, I can't do Dumbo. I can't, in my hearts, put
Yeah.
Dumbo.
I think Lady Killers could move up, and it's not. Let's see.
Well,
So we got to move one more up. We got to if we want to have a bottom 10. So there's one movie.
So we're gonna do RoboCop. Take that all the way down.
No way.
No.
RoboCop.
So,
No,
all right.
damn.
Why?
I'm
Have you
going
guys
to
seen
bite
the
the bullet. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bite the bullet
I'm
on
gonna
this.
zoom it in.
Okay. I would say, work with me here. Move the top 3G up to F, and then let's move the 1990s Godzilla into the G rating.
Yeah, we got to move that. Yeah, that's
I
actually
could
one
get
thing.
behind that. I could get behind that.
Yeah. Yeah, if there's
So,
any movies out here
Lady,
that are,
hold on.
that are
So Lady
the worst
Killers
movies
and
of all
TV and
time.
Dumbo would move up to F in that order, as it were, but Godzilla will move into the top of G. I like Godzilla.
Yep.
It's schlock, but
I
it's probably
don't like
better
that.
than all of these.
It's a pile.
But it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
G.
Well,
That's a lot of
it's fun to watch as a terrible movie.
But like I
But I
said,
kind of want to move the
Ladykillers,
Omen down. Would you
NTV,
guys
and
move the
Dumbo
Omen down?
bump up.
Okay, we can move Dumbo up there, I guess. And is that what you're saying?
That's why I said
Yeah, we can do
Ladykillers,
that.
NTV, and Dumbo move up to F.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's
Fine
fine.
with me.
But Ed TV was ahead of Dumbo.
Yeah, NTV is the head of Dumbo.
But then what about the Omen? I think the Omen goes down in G. I hate the Omen. I
Omen
don't
goes
know.
down in G. Absolutely.
Are we
And then I would
only
put-
having 10 and
I would
G?
put
though?
Godzilla at the bottom of F, and then I'd
No.
move the Omen there. What do you think
No.
about that?
No.
Not at the. Oh yeah, it's the top worst movie out there. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so-
Oh, yes. I'll play that.
Yeah.
I'll play
yeah,
that game.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
play
play
that
that
game
game.
all day.
All
And then, are
right.
there any movies that you would consider it's like some of the worst of all time that are left here? Like just bad.
Fun with Dick and
Bad.
Jane. Fun with Dick and Jane. Definitely.
No.
The Fog.
no.
The Fog's a horrible movie.
Oh, The Fog.
Horrible
Yeah,
remake.
like I think The Fog's bad. I would maybe go with that. Or
Stupid
maybe Knock
let's-
Knock. This is Knock Knock. That movie was horrible. I hated that.
That movie was horrible. Yes.
Maleficent potentially.
No, Maleficent has I stayed away from that because I could argue it all day.
The Hook is an amazing movie.
Hook is not a
Yeah.
remake. Not a remake.
It's not a
Oh,
remake.
okay.
Well,
And
I mean,
Disney considers it
it's a reboot, kind
a
of.
sequel
sort of.
reboot, but not
Okay,
a
cool.
remake in any way.
Cool.
Yeah.
more
Also-
Manchurian
sequel than
Candidate
anything
is
else.
not as good as the original.
All right, you guys haven't seen it. I have Flipper.
I've seen
Flipper, I've-
Flipper.
I've
I've
seen
never
seen
Flipper.
Flipper.
It's bad.
But
It's
not
not
bad.
good. It's bad. Yeah, I
Move Flipper
agree.
to G. Flipper's in G.
Flipper's in G.
Where is Flipper?
But it's still better than
I
Wicker
know it's
Man.
here.
Yeah.
Yep,
it's barely.
exactly. It is better than Wicker Man. But
Uh,
where is Flipper? Flipper.
I
Anyone
should.
see Flipper?
It's the dolphin. Up. Move up. Right there.
Father's Day is not good.
Here.
Yep, there you go. G.
Father's
I've never
Day
seen
is
Father's
not
Day.
Good.
I would
Father's Day is
put
a good movie.
Flipper
That movie's so much fun.
right here. Is where I think.
It's got
Yeah,
a ridiculous
Father's Day.
cast.
What about House of
Leave
Wax?
Father's Day alone. No,
But,
here's the
which-
thing about House of Wax, which why
House of
for
Wax
me
is
it
so
got-
House of
stupid.
Wax. Oh,
Hold
so
on.
stupid.
House of Wax gets an F for one reason and one reason only. They killed off Paris Hilton. I'm
yeah,
okay with this.
that is true. Yeah, I'm
Every
okay with
time.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Oh. The
For that
Fly
reason, it
remake's
is
really,
brutal.
really good, guys.
Oh, what about
They-
Get Carter? That movie was horrible. The original is awesome. That has Michael Caine from Get in the original, but then this one was horrible.
I didn't
think
know
this one
Get
still
Carter
known
was
as
a
the worst.
remake. Now I gotta watch that.
Yeah, it's a
with
remake.
I-
Yeah,
Caine.
I saw
Michael Caine's a
something
god.
that you guys
I
don't
would
think
say
the
that's
term is
bad.
S tier. I just saw that.
Firm is not
But I
a
don't know
remake.
if
Firm's an S tier.
yeah.
Not a
That
remake.
movie ended up here, I think, on accident because I don't think
gotcha,
And
that it's a remake.
also,
so.
Meet Joe Black. I don't think is.
That is a
Lady
remake.
Stood Still.
That
Oh my
is
god,
a
That's a
D tier.
horrible, horrible movie.
Meet Joe Black. That was bad. That might be a contender.
No, here's my thing. It's got Anthony Hopkins in it, and I love Anthony Hopkins in any
True.
thing. I buy Anthony Hopkins every time.
No. But The Day the Earth Stood Still. The Keanu.
Oh yeah, they
Reeves,
did their. Yes, that was
Keanu
horrible.
Reeves. I think
hate
is
Keanu
arguably
No.
D tier.
Hate that
It's
movie.
not terrible. It's not
Yes,
terrible.
That might be one of the worst ones on the whole list. I think that deserves G
No.
for sure. Where
I'm
else did
surprised
you-
nobody has looked at.
I think
hate
it's
that
I'm
movie.
surprised nobody looked at Speed Racer and went, no.
No, Speed Racer
Speed
actually.
Racer's not
good.
bad. It's
I
not
love Speed
great,
Racer.
but it's
I'm
not
a-
bad. Like it's not.
Where's the day the Earth
not
stood still? I
D
wanna add that.
And
There
your
you go.
stood still is right next
Yeah,
to
that
Lava's Yard.
That movie,
Yeah,
I
I
had
would
thoughts of
consider that
walking out. I don't
D
know
tier.
wh-
It's not good. It is not good.
I don't know why I didn't
A
walk
horrible
out because my brain kept telling me walk out of this movie. It's bad, but I kept thinking, what's Keanu Reeves?
We
I mean,
saw
can't
it
be that bad.
together,
It's got to
man.
get better.
It was
Yeah,
one of those
it was-
movies where we kept thinking like it's got to get better, but it did not.
Yeah,
It was
and it's probably
horrible.
one of the worst performances from Keanu Reeves. That like, if anyone wants to have an argument that he's a bad actor, watch this movie. If
Well,
anyone wants to have
I
that
think
argument.
like,
don't think-
Keanu, early Keanu is bad acting. He got better
Yeah.
over time.
No,
It's not.
no,
It's not worse than the Wicker
I
Man or
think
some of these.
no,
I'd put it
Here's
It
right.
is
what I'll say
definitely
about
bad,
Keanu.
worse than the Wicker Man.
I think it took him to figure out what he was good at, what his kinds of roles were. When he figured out what roles he was good at, then he became like a.
See, there's another one we didn't touch on here, The Lake House, that is actually really good. And I was
Oh, The Lake
surprised
House?
with him as a
The
as a
Lake House
romantic.
is such a good movie.
It's
Lake
a great
House is
movie.
definitely S tier
Oh,
for me.
God.
And of course, we have
S
two
It's
tier.
not
people.
an S.
Oh,
Hold on,
no.
it's not an S tier. But is
think
it a
it's
really
bad.
good romance? Is it a really good
It's
romance?
an amazing romance.
And the
think
time
it's,
travel
oh
aspect
my
of
God.
it works so
What am
well.
I do not like the Lake House. I'd put it like an E or an F.
I
No.
love the Lake House.
Well,
Love
I
it.
would
But-
agree with you, Jordan. I would agree with you. It's not good.
Yeah.
I
No,
think it's
it's
great.
not.
No, it's a great film.
It's a great
They
film.
handle the time travel aspect of it really
Yeah,
well.
they do.
Love it.
Who directed that? I almost want to say M. Night Shyamalan, but I'm thinking of Lady in
No.
the Water, bro. As far as water and lake goes.
The Lake House was done by Alejandro Agresetti.
Okay.
Wow, interesting. I didn't realize it was a remake.
Oh, here's one that actually could possibly potentially be an S tier. What about Insomnia? What do you guys think about that?
No, hated
That's gotta
Insomnia.
be.
Insomnia
You
is
know,
one of the worst movies
I thought it was,
ever
I thought it was
made.
an
It's
amazing
not-
performance.
I
from
like
Robin Williams.
Insomnia. It's
You
not
are
an
just
S tier.
anti-Robin Williams. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
Well, no, it's like you knew the whole story
I
the
love-
whole time. It was like, why am I watching this if I knew who the killer is? Why? I
'Cause that's
literally
part of the-
wasted
Because
hours
the
of my time.
point is, the point is not about knowing who the killer is.
Yeah.
The point is that psychological movement in Al Pacino and watching.
Yeah, I would.
It's
I think
right
if-
up there with 1 hour
And-
photo for me.
No,
Those
the
movies are
thing
No,
is,
it's not.
Oh,
It is
a 1
not.
hour photo. Oh hell no! You did not say that about 1 hour photo. Oh hell
1 hour photo is
no.
bad. I like Insomnia way better.
It,
than 1
it
hour
is
photo.
not. I don't think it's.
Barely.
It's not S tier, but it is A tier. It is
I
solid.
not
love
A
1
tier.
hour photo.
That's
That
a-
was a Robin Williams
yeah.
I'd never seen before. I
tier?
loved it.
Yeah,
Why?
Insomnia to me is definitely
Why?
A tier.
What did you
That's
guys watch when you saw this movie? Like literally, I
That's
watched
an
it. I
A
was like,
tier.
I
It
fell
is an A
asleep. It was
tier.
bad.
It is an A tier.
A tier
But
with
you
the
know what,
potential
no,
for
let-
S, maybe.
I think we should
but-
stick with what we're doing here, which is best and worst.
Let's
And kinda
Yeah.
make our-
Let's do
Yeah,
D.
if it's not going to make it, I'm just going to kind of just leave
Yeah,
the movie
I
off.
guess
If it's not going
that's
to be
I don't
best and
think
worst.
we really have anything else that definitively 100% we can say right now without making this go any longer that
Right.
it's either S or E.
We can't.
Either way.
Or you mean G? But
Or
like,
G,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
man.
The Texas
I could-
Chainsaw Massacre.
That's a
It was
fun
passable
movie.
for
I mean,
me.
it's
I
not-
don't know if I would put it at G, but it's.
That's
I'd
it.
put it
See,
at
that's
least
the
like
problem we get in here.
a D. Yeah, but
Then we're opening whole new arguments. I mean, I think we have a set.
Overboard. I
level.
would put Overboard at G tier.
Overboard.
No,
oh,
no,
yeah.
Overboard is stupid.
Overboard.
No,
That movie was
Overboard
horrible.
did some
I
things.
hate that
No,
movie.
no.
Why?
Overboard did some things with this film that no
I hated
other
the
film has
original
done
movie,
yet.
and I hated this one. I didn't like
No.
either one. I thought
I
they were
like
both
the first
stupid.
one.
I never
I
saw
do
the
like first
original.
one.
I did
Kurt
like this
Russell
one. I was
in the
like,
first
why
one,
am I
but-
watching this? And I quit watching.
No, this
Mm.
film was actually a collaboration between Hollywood and Mexico, which in terms of film hasn't happened too many times. And they really heavily dipped into
Ooh.
Hispanic
Ooh.
culture, and it's really
Ooh.
good. I
Ooh,
like it.
okay,
What?
S tier, but we can't do another S tier. The Tourist. Seriously, why is that not an S tier?
No,
Because
Tourist,
it's not an S tier
nah.
movie.
No,
Because
it's
it's not an
lower.
S tier
It's
movie.
not an S tier.
Not a fair movie.
I would
No.
argue that's a G tier movie. But
Such a good twist at the end. You didn't see that coming.
Yes, I did.
seriously.
No,
We
Yes,
saw
you
it
did.
from a mile away. Yes,
no, you
I
saw
did.
it. Yeah, and- I mean, I would put it a solid C for me. Or
No, was it fun?
But-
Was it enjoyable? Was it fine? But
Okay, all right. Since we're just trying to figure out what is S tier. Hey, so Crazies is a remake?
Yeah, the Crazies. Yeah, that's what. That one I would rank
31
high. Crazies, I would give an A. I love Timothy Oliphant in that movie, but
I love that movie.
what
We're
about like?
talking about just
What about the A Team? That could be G tier.
no,
No.
it's better than
G
that.
tier?
It's better
no,
than
it's
that.
not.
It's better
No,
than that.
that's a solid like C tier.
Or
for me,
the
but-
Huntsman's Winter War. Like
That's a
I think
terrible
Ew.
movie.
Awesome.
That one's bad. That one is bad. I don't. We could.
I love Tomb Raider. It was the
Anyway,
closest
hold
to
on.
the new
I have a
games
question.
were amazing.
Why is that
Right
one
on.
on the list instead of Snow White and the Huntsman? Because Snow White and the
because
Huntsman.
Snow
is
White and the
real.
Huntsman is not. It's not. I mean,
It
Maybe I
is.
just grabbed the
I-
wrong graphics
it's
for
a-
it. They meant to have just Snow White and the Huntsman because Snow White and
Carrie
the Huntsman is
is a
actually a
pile of
decent
crap.
movie, but the sequel is
No.
garbage.
Yeah, you have
I
you have
can't
Huntsman.
stand
You
Snow White
have
and the
what? You have
Huntsman.
Huntsman Winter War, which is a G movie. 100% is a G.
But
movie.
but since it's a Winter's War, I think I grabbed the wrong graphics. I'm gonna leave it off.
All right,
But,
well,
What about the remake of Pet Cemetery? I hated the remake of Pet Cemetery.
I actually really liked that movie.
That is a G movie all the way. I thought it was terrible acting.
No,
I actually really liked it a lot.
You're talking about the 2018 Pet Cemetery? No, that is a
20.
No. That is not a G movie.
It's not a G movie.
It
the
is
lead
a
actor they keep.
Nope.
Who's the lead actor that they keep trying to like shoehorn into all these freaking movies? He was in one of the movies that I can't stand.
The 2019 Pet Cemetery.
I love him.
It was
yes. He was also
Jason Clarke. I cannot stand Jason Clarke as an actor.
Oh my gosh, I love Jason Clarke.
I love Jason
Clarke. As an actor, they keep trying to. They put him in the
Jason
second
Clarke is amazing
Planet of the Apes movie. I just don't think he's a good actor.
Clarke.
I think he's a terrible.
Jason Clarke is one of my favorite actors.
Oh,
I would watch Jason Clarke again.
And John Lithgow is amazing as
yes.
is amazing.
Yes.
John Lithgow is okay, but the story was just bad. The way the cat comes back
it's a great story. It's
not believable.
Compared to
the original
movie.
Oh man, I would put that in G all the way.
The original is so campy.
Yes, this
is darker. This is so much better.
Oh man,
yeah.
This movie actually.
To me, I would argue this S tier. Like to me, this is the S tier.
This was legitimately scary as hell.
S tier for the
scary
remake?
moments to die.
Yes,
like when the little girl stared. Like when the girl stabbed John Lithgow in the leg. That was kind of amazing. Sorry,
I think we're at the point where we're not going to agree on anything. Like we're at the point where we're not going to agree on anything.
We are actually, yeah.
So guys,
do you have two movies out of this list that you would move higher? Because now we got 12. We kind of fell into that kind of thing, but I don't know.
I don't think so.
No,
I mean,
Point Break. That's about all I move up there.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like maybe Psycho could go up one. I don't know.
There we go.
Just to go.
You
can
move Omen back. If you want to move Omen back, I'm fine. You move Omen.
Just leave it alone.
Or
I'm not okay moving
Omen. Shaggy. Well, the thing is, though, I want to try to make it a solid 10. So I mean, even the Shaggy Dog, maybe.
Okay, so let's move Mowgli up.
No, Omen and Shaggy Dog, you can move. Omen and Shaggy Dog, I'm okay.
I would move the Shaggy Dog.
Okay, I'll meet in the way, and I'll put Omen at the end.
Yeah, we can do that. That's fine.
Shaggy Dog and Omen. There you go.
All right, we got a definitive bottom 10. We're right at the 2-hour mark, so I think that's going to do it finally of this saga, the 3-part saga.
So how about we start at the bottom, and maybe we haven't really done this. Am I okay to read the bottom, or does somebody else want to read the bottom? Okay.
If you want to do it, Chris, go ahead and read them. Read off our worst remakes of all time. This is our bottom of the barrel 10 fart bombs.
Based on what we've got through and on the low we have.
Yep.
So guys,
there's going to be a part 4.
This is it. This is part 3. There's not going to be a part 4. So the bottom of the list, the movies that are just revolting, would never watch is first off Taxi, Psycho, Poltergeist, Point Break, Mowgli, Ben-Hur, The Day the Earth Stood Still, Flipper, Quarantine, and Wicker Man. Solid bottom here. Jordan, you're welcome to read the top, unless somebody else wants to do that, of course.
I'll take the top.
Okay, go ahead and take the top, Chris.
All right, I'm going to do this in reverse order, though, because I like this. So at the bottom of our S tier, we got The Jungle Book, Jon Favreau's The Jungle Book. We have 1994's The Miracle on 34th Street. I almost prayed part of it. We have Mission Impossible, The Birdcage, Stephen King's It, the first chapter 1, depending on when you saw it. Scent of a Woman, John Carpenter's The Thing, The Departed, Casino Royale, and apparently the top of our list, Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings, and my wife would be so happy right now.
You shall not pass. You shall not.
My whole family would be happy. We're like,
oh my gosh,
Lord of the Rings. But.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that that'll do it. That's an amazing list. So, and then coming up this week, and I think I want to do it Friday. So we haven't really nailed down a time. I want to find a time that's going to work for everybody on Friday. So we'll make an announcement on Facebook and in the Facebook group there, so you can kind of
So I
have a
was going
heads
to
up there.
message you about my schedule. I'm working till 1:30 that day. Or no, working
All
till
right,
2:30.
yeah,
Well, I
6
think
a.m. to
let's
So it
deal
sounds
with
like probably
schedules
Friday
off
evening.
air. Let's deal with schedules off air.
Yeah,
we'll
Okay,
talk
right.
sorry.
schedules off
Well,
air.
we'll do,
Yep, you're right. Sorry.
but yeah, so yeah, probably Friday evening though is what it sounds like maybe. But
Yeah.
yeah. So this has been a lot of fun. And then if any of you guys have any ideas for some upcoming ideas for the next one after, so we're going to be doing the best or the greatest Disney / Pixar animated movies. So it's just the animated ones we're going to do, and then if you have any ideas for what we want to do next, we don't always do just movies. Sometimes we do TV. We even had one where we ranked our favorite desserts of all time, or we did the best board games to ruin a friendship over. We've done a lot of fun stuff like that. So definitely throw it down in the comment section, or you can message any of us. Or we do have, actually, I'm going to throw it up here. We have an email that you can email us at. So it is moviehero2121@gmail.com. You can email us there, and we're open to any and all suggestions. And we're also looking for some guests. So if you think you might want to be a guest on the best Disney or Disney / Pixar movies of all time, then yeah, if you want to join the shenanigans and all the debate, it's a lot of fun. It's a good time. But yeah, we'll just kind of just go around the horn here, and we'll give a few shout outs here. So I'm going to actually close that here. So we'll start with Chris Ingle. Where can the people find you?
On Twitch, on Twitter at cingle1984.
All right, awesome. And JD, where can we find you? JD, did you hear? Well, he might not be able to hear us. I don't know what's going on there. But how about Chris? Where can we find you?
We have kind of on the bottom a good space to find me is on Twitter at a writer_84, Instagram as well at cscott1128, and yeah, reach out to us as far as future show ideas. And I've been really glad to have you guys on the show, man. It's been fun. Yeah,
you guys bring some great debate.
Back as future guests for sure.
I don't know if you can hear us, JD. Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay, so where can the people find you?
Oh yes, you can find me at JD Domash. I'm going to be into fan leagues relatively soon. I just booked my first single match. More information on that soon. Awesome. You can find me here semi-regularly on Movie Hero. And just look on my Twitter.
Awesome. Yeah, and you can find me all over Movie Hero. We're actually just starting a brand new show. So we had the first episode that actually got blocked for copyright. So I got to do a little bit of editing. I'm in the process. But it's a show all about Saturday Night Live. We showed a couple of clips, I think, that got some copyright. So we gotta cut those out. So if it looks a little jumpy, jump cutty in that's kind of why. But yeah, so we did a definitive ranking of the cast already, and now we're gonna start doing episode review. So we're going to start with season 12. The first episode is hosted by Sigourney Weaver, so we're excited for that one. Actually, right after Aliens, like not too far after. So that should awesome. be fun. Yeah, and then we have another show called Blind Spots where we just watch movies I haven't seen. We usually Chris Scott is usually a co-host for that. Every once in a while, I might throw someone else in the mix, but he's a regular on that, and then you can find us over in the Facebook group Schmodown Friends and Family. If you have anything you want to promote, you're more than welcome to throw it on or in that group. I usually if anyone wants to promote something, I'll usually promote it on my personal social media as well, give you a little shout out. So we definitely support each other, and that's pretty much where you can find me. And yeah, this has been a lot of fun. So we had 3 Chris's here at one point. So for the 3 Chris's, I'll just say Diaz had to jump off a little early, and then JD, and then I've been Jordan. Final round, and Anderson for this one. And yeah, this has been Tier Ranker Fights. We'll see you next week.